Oh, oh, that was a good start. Hello. Right, this is weird. Not having my headphones on. Can't hear myself back through. But I'm trying to keep the headphones off because this is going to be exactly what it sounds like. I've got my scissors, got my tape, and we're going to do Wrapping Wednesday because I'm not going to be on tomorrow because it's Christmas Eve tomorrow. Nothing wrong with being on tomorrow, by the way. There are lots of people compiling lists of places and streams you can watch on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, so feel free to post links to those. If you know of any links, actually no, don't post links because I've stopped links. That's the first thing I should do then. More procrastination. All I've succeeded in doing on this wrapping stream is spending half hour not wrapping. So I've answered my own question there. I don't think this is going to work. We had food live on stream yesterday, so I thought, well, why not? It's Christmas. So yeah, hi Bread Tea as well. And thank you to all the people yesterday as well who actually stuck around while I ate food, which was pretty amazing to me. So I'm not just taking the mick now and saying, right, well, if they stuck around while I had food, then obviously they're going to stick around while I'm wrapping presents. No, that's not it. But I wanted to do a bonus stream. I never got around to doing a daytime stream today. Did some last minute shopping. Nowhere crazy. We were sensible. Stayed as local as possible. Went to places that weren't busy. Just got some last minute food items, a couple of little things as I passed them, but nothing crazy again because we're all being urged to just get essential items if we can. Luckily, I think I got, my Christmas present shopping. I joke about not starting until, I joke about saying all the garages are open. It's like, I don't abide by all stereotypes, obviously, because that's the whole point of combating stereotypes is that you don't abide by them. But yeah, I'm not as far away as I'd like from the whole stereotype of wait until the garages are open on Christmas Eve. So yeah, happy Christmas Eve. As I say, this is literally what it sounds like. I've got wrapping paper that magically disappears as it goes off the top of the camera. Maybe I should do that then. Maybe I should be in Zoom mode, so then I can pretend that I'm actually semi-professional here, whereas in reality the camera's just cropped. It gets up there. I don't know. Don't really know what I'm doing or how long we'll carry on with this, but it's a bonus stream, right? Again, not taking the mick, but if it's a bonus stream and it's relatively unannounced. I did post a tweet actually, and thanks for Red T retweeting that as well. Thanks to Red T for retweeting that. Just because it's a bonus stream is no excuse for bad grammar. But yeah, I wanted to do an extra stream. Haven't got around to doing a bonus daytime stream. Not going to be streaming tomorrow, so I thought, well, this is the question we're answering live on air. The answer is possibly no, but can we combine wrapping with a bonus stream? Can we? I don't know. But yeah, feel free to come along, have a hangout, have a chat, and if I finish the wrapping, then maybe I'll do something else. But yeah, how we doing, chat? How we doing, Bread Tea? How's streaming going? Are you taking a break as well for over Christmas, or are you carrying on all the way through? That's it. I think that's what's nice. That's the community spirit of it is nice. That when I saw that the other day, I think that's on Facebook. I think that's on the UK Twitch streamers Facebook page, Facebook group. So yeah, go along to that. And there's a post on there. Somebody is compiling a list of people who are going to be on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, so that people aren't on their own. I just think that's really lovely. Obviously, I know I'm not going to be on, but I just think that's a lovely idea. Well, I say I'm not going to be on. I might watch if I get a chance. But obviously, we're going to be. Let's see that this. I'm trying not to show too much on streams. I know nobody who's getting these presents is actually watching, but technically they could, and that would be a bit rubbish, wouldn't it? It's like everybody else gets to see what they're getting. But I think this is fairly generic. So you can see it's a t-shirt. It's arrived like this, right? so I'm taking full advantage of that. Lazy. I never said I wasn't lazy. Taking full advantage of that and wrapping it as it was wrapped when it came in the mail. Even managed to make a complete box job of that somehow. Right, so we need... This is not the ideal room for wrapping stuff either. But then it's not the ideal room for having food. And I managed to have food on stream yesterday and my staff party. I managed to play violin for the staff party as well. So the multi-purpose work from home studio, work from home / streaming / gaming studio / video editing studio has now turned into... I can't see the chat because the wrapping paper's in the way. I thought, yeah, maybe there's an ASMR element to this. I'm not going to start doing ASMR, but maybe there's like the sound of wrapping paper. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that maybe could be, just soothing sounds of wrapping paper? Possibly. I don't know. There you go. Right, we're okay. It's an unusual shape, but we're getting there. What's handy about this desk, actually... There's the scissors. What's handy about this desk is that I can stick bits of tape to the edge of it. You see? Pros and cons. Go Willie Walsh, welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas, Jamie. Have a good Christmas. Same to you, and same to you and yours. Roop. Oh no, forgot you was live. Well, actually, to be fair, so did I. And then I went live, and then realised it still said Sims 4, so I turned it off again. And then I turned it back on. So actually, to be fair, I forgot I was live too, Roop, but thanks for joining me. I saw the notification. I saw it come up and say Roop has gone offline. I was just like, oh no! Just a couple more minutes and I would have been here. I was setting up. As I say, I basically managed to... Yeah, Wrapping Wednesday has become me spending half hour setting up a stream I wasn't even preparing for because it was a bonus extra stream. And then not doing the wrapping, so that's to be the main thing. I like this. I do like this. So top tip, can I show it very easily? Top tip, yeah. I can describe it, right? It's down here. I've got the edge of the keyboard tray. I can stick bits of tape to the edge of the keyboard tray. This is inspired, if I say so myself. Killer Dougals, hello. Got you a tab up, bro. Cheers for that. Hopefully I'll be good company. I'm not sure if the conversation is going to bomb the minute I actually concentrate more on rapping than I am on talking, but we'll see how we go. Now I think that's good. I think that's... We don't quite need that much. We can reuse a bit of that for another small stocking filler, I reckon. Also, that's going through my mind as well. Is it that engaging stream if you can't see what I'm rapping? But then I don't want to show what I'm rapping because I don't spoil the surprise. I don't know. There's so many unknowns. It's just the sound of rapping at the moment and me on camera. So, Roop saying liking Dino, redeemed the guide the raid. Oh yeah, I might do that actually on my stream. Oh, as we're talking about dinos. Oh, it's green. It's not going to work. Let's just temporarily move. Let's temporarily turn off. Can you hear me over the music actually? Yeah, because I've not got my headphones on. Turn it down a little bit. If I temporarily turn off the green screen just for a second, there you go. Since we're talking about liking Dino, I've got a bit of a thing where it's like if these are mass-produced things, right? So there's like 15, 20 of them on the shelf. But when there's one, he was on his own. And okay, if it's expensive, then stinginess kicks in and overrides cuteness factor. But look, he was on his own. So I actually went present shopping for the family, and this was a few days ago, of course, before lockdown. And ended up buying a couple of things for myself. Case in point, he was just on his own. I didn't know if he was going to be a present. He even says cuddly friend on it. But yeah, if there's a little cute thing on its own, all on its lonesome, no company, I just can't leave it. Did you see that, by the way? I just realised I turned off the chroma key, but I didn't actually look to see if it turned itself off. Let me know, chat. Maybe I should move that to a different window. Yeah, it did go off. Okay, I just wanted to check. Otherwise, that was all for now. So might the whole stream be. But again, bonus stream, bonus just chatting stream. I've succeeded in. I should have present counter, shouldn't I? I've succeeded in wrapping a grand total of 0 presents so far. So, in terms of success, the success rate is 0, but being able to pull a little bit of sticky tape off the edge of the desk, yeah, that's inspired. Okay. So, let's fold that over there. Is that what I wanted to do? I don't know. This is more like a really low-tech envelope at the moment, but it'll do. What do we think so far? It's kind of, yeah. T-shirt envelope. I'm not even tucked in any of the corners. It's terrible, isn't it? Like a jiffy bag. Come on, gosh. Could have at least folded down the corners. Maybe if I just twist those corners in. There we go. That looks a bit better. Just twist those corners in there. It's going to need another couple of bits of tape, really, isn't it? That, and then 2 at the top, and then we should be good, I reckon. Yeah, he redeemed the raid anyways. Well, that's nice. It kind of worked out for the best then, didn't it? So, how are we getting on, Roop? How well are we prepared for Christmas? Or are we not? As I was lucky. As I say, I joke around about being last minute about presents, but in reality, I got bits and bobs, and like I said, it's, other people were asking, oh, have you managed to get everything in time? It's like, well, in time is kind of an arbitrary concept for me, because I just sort of buy stuff as I see it and then run out of time. When I've run out of time, that's it, that's what we've got. I think that's probably a healthy attitude to have, because right now people are panicking, and I know if you've got young kids and stuff, I do get it. They won't understand why everything's all on stop, but I think for most people, we've gone a bit over the top. This is stuff I ordered a good few weeks ago. A couple of stocking fillers I got just while I was out and about, and that's enough. It doesn't need to be the next big thing, the next big expensive thing. It really doesn't. Just at risk of sounding like a cheesy Christmas card, love is the greatest gift you can probably give. Right. So that's one done. If I put a present counter up, then it's just going to give me more excuse to procrastinate and not do the wrapping, isn't it? I do need a top-down camera though. Oh, I don't know. No idea. Roop saying, I'm thinking for January, not sure, but I'm thinking to do my niche. Well, yeah, I'm tweaking things, so I just don't have enough time to do a niche. That's not, like, because I got the Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'd have to have an extra stream to carry on doing all the varied things I want to do. Or I'd have to commit entirely to, I don't know, Sims 4 or something. And I'm enjoying The Sims. I'm really enjoying The Sims, but do I want to never do anything but The Sims? I don't think I'm quite there yet. I mean, if a game completely takes off, maybe I'd be stupid not to switch to it. I'll admit, when we were going for affiliate, when we were in the run-up to affiliate, actually, there we go. No, that won't fit. I'll admit, because Euro Truck Simulator 2 gained a lot of traction, and possibly intended, then I stuck with it. I ignored my normal themes of Throwback Thursday, and I just stuck to Euro Truck Simulator, and the graph was going up and up and up and up and up. And once I hit affiliate, I changed to a different game. We've still got a committed dedicated, nice little community of people watching. That's good, and chatting. In fact, every stream since that point has been an active chat. So I'm chuffed with that, because I genuinely never knew what it felt like to have an active chat, and that wasn't a complaint. It was I just didn't know what it was like, so it was too new. No, it's really cool. Thinking to keep Friday Fall Guys and then Star Wars for the rest, but do I want to burn myself out? Yeah, exactly, isn't it? That's the thing. Well, as you know, that's why I haven't gone to 3 streams a week, because if I go to 3 streams a week, I know I will burn myself out. I can't hear this Christmas music myself now, though. The whole point was to have a bit of a workflow going. See, I'm rapping on the wrong desk. I'm rapping on this one down here. That means you can't really see it unless... But then I'm trying to hide some presents, so... maybe I should wrap the presents I don't mind you seeing on the top. It's daft, because they're not watching. Family next door, they're not watching. It's not like they're desperate enough to tune in just to see what they're getting. That's just silly. No. So maybe I'm worrying over nothing, but it just feels a bit wrong to broadcast it, that's all. It just feels weird. It's like I'm showing all of the other people around the world what they're getting before they get it. It's arbitrary and it's probably unnecessary, but so it does feel a bit odd. Oh, right, what's that? That is Big and Delicate. Always fun. Like I know I'll get bored of it, says Roop. Yeah, well, that's the thing. If I commit to Sims 4, it entertained me. Oh, watch back the VOD from last night, seriously. Everybody watch. I'll try and put some clips up. But, oh my gosh. Completely creased me last night. What the Sims are doing. We made a lot of progress. Jamie Nemsim and Dina Caliente got married. A baby's on the way. We've moved on a long way from the last stream where we saw them. A real long way. Do I want... This is Delicate. Just debating whether I want to wrap it straight or whether I want to put some packing around it. I think I want to put some packing around that. So let's just put it up there for now. You kind of got a sneak preview there. Well, more of a sneak preview behind me if you... It's no coincidence. That's a live cam. Try and involve you a little bit more without giving too much away. Roop saying, I don't know how Summer does Animal Crossing every day. She must get bored, no offence to her, but she must. Well, she doesn't show it if she does, put it that way. But I know what you mean. But I do recognise regular people now, which is good. So I don't think niche is a good idea for me. Again, it's a tricky one to call. I can't start giving advice now because I'm new. I'm so new myself. Having said that, Ashley Christ, when you watch Ashley Christ's videos, she does encourage you not to get into this mentality of thinking we haven't got anything to offer. She cautions against people who have only just started, just giving out bad advice that they've heard somewhere. And that's generally good advice for life anyway. Because people just go around repeating the same advice they've heard places, and it's not necessarily... Oh no, that's Delicate as well. That's already got paper around it, so... Okay, well that solves one problem. Again, stinginess comes out. Let's just wrap it in what it's got around it already. Recycling. I've got some other packing material from all the computer upgrade parts that I bought. So that'll be good for that, I reckon. No, don't be daft, Droop. Sorry for talking about it, but it seems like a good topic. Yeah, no, it is. It's a strange ball game, What's he on about? What do you want about? Ashley Christ was saying, yeah, don't just copy and repeat parrot fashion any old advice you hear just because it sounds good, because it might be bad advice. And that was her greatest criticism of new streamers starting to give advice, is that sometimes they just give out whatever sounds the best advice, but not necessarily checking that it is actually good advice. So that's fair. But yeah, what she also says is you've learnt stuff that you only have to help the people behind you. You know, that's all everybody's doing. So don't think you haven't got anything to give. So if there's ever things, well, that's how I started off with, you know, reviewing the webcams. I can't review the Logitech C920. I can't review the Sony A5100, but I can review the cheap 20 quid webcam I got on eBay and say to people, well, look, other webcams exist. That's cool. But if you're like me and you're just doing this and trying it out and seeing where it goes, you know, if you're desperate to make it a career, then, you know, you still shouldn't spend too much on kit from the off, but you might say, well, here's my budget, I'm going to spend this money, set up my streaming room, and it's going to make me money, and, you know, my target is this. And I know sometimes people are a bit unrealistic, but that's kind of fair enough in some ways. As I say, when I started, I wanted things that were cheap enough that I just use them anyway. Like this webcam I use for work meetings, so it cost me 20 quid. But if streaming didn't take off, or I didn't like it, or I didn't enjoy it, then no biggie. I've still got a webcam. The mixing desk and the microphone I had from radio days, and arguably then that was a bit more like streaming first time, as in I spent 300 quid on a mixing desk, 60 quid on a mic, and you know. It's a figure of speech about the ball game. It's a strange ball game. Are you talking about, just Twitch or streaming in general being a strange ball game? Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah. Okay, I get you. I'll put laptop into toaster mode after your stream. Oh yeah, he's been doing a lot of editing, has Roop. Yeah, so I do think this is working out as a stream concept. I'm not saying it's one that's going to be repeated. Well, you only wrap presents once a year, right? Well, you only wrap Christmas presents once a year. No, this is going to need a bit more. This has to get around. What I should do, right, is look at the presents I'm trying to wrap, which are delicate and awkward, and watch those YouTube tutorials. Perhaps that's what I should be doing. I'm just going to go for the roll it around. So, double backing yourself technique. There you go. So we need about that much. And make this a bit less unwieldy. So, slip that. Then let's get that safe first. Don't smash. By the way, this is not a tutorial video on how to do it. This is just me struggling. I thought it might make it more fun if I did a stream as well. You'll notice I'm now starting to not look at the camera so much and not worry about where I am in terms of being close to the mic. Yeah, do shout at me if you can't hear me. Hear me? If you can't hear me at all, or if I just spontaneously switch to a bad impression of a Russian accent, which obviously is occupational hazard I'd never thought of having to avoid, but there we go. Hey, I'm enjoying just chatting, says Root. Okay. Right, if I put that at that end, then at least I've got extra. It's a glass, basically. That's not giving too much away, is it? Because I don't know what type of glass it is, but you can probably see there's the bowl of the glass and there's the end. Stem, I'm wrapping this bit around. What have we done there? I'm losing a bit of green screen. Concentrate on the glass, Jamie, not the green screens. Ooh, clonk. It's meant to be plonk going in it, yes, but not plonk. It needs a bit more room there. I can cut off the surplus later. I'm just going to get it around it first. And I want plenty at the bottom, not quite that much. Will you partake in my Christmas quiz on Sunday? What day is it? Sunday? 27th. Maybe, yeah. Maybe able to do that. Like I said, it depends what we're doing. But granted, lockdown means we're not exactly going to be out and about, are we? Visiting anybody. Sadly, as the case may be. No, I'm very lucky. I don't take it for granted, Before lockdown, I might have been going, some days it was fine living at home. Some days it's like, I do wish occasionally I had somewhere of my own, but now I'm thinking, flip, aren't you lucky? Aren't you really lucky? Genuinely. Because it's myself, my sister, and mum and dad. All here at the moment, under one roof. So yeah, I'm thinking very, very much about all of the people who I'm not in the same situation. I know I've got a friend in London who wasn't exactly planning on staying in London. They quite wanted to visit their family in Wales, I'm sure. But they said one major advantage, as I saw on their social media, one major advantage is that they said that once everybody fled London, the tube stations are quite empty for all the people who are just getting about for work and stuff. That's a huge advantage for them at the moment. Is no packed tube stations. So again, pros and cons. There are always pros and cons to everything, and always a silver lining where you don't think there is one. Roop saying BRB hungry, need to eat. I'll be 5 minutes. No problem. I've had my food tonight. I didn't make the mistake I made on last night's stream. Well, it wasn't. It was just that we were... What were we doing that it was so late? Oh, no, I wasn't out and about, but my sister was. Sister took mum shopping, I think that's what it was. And then they were so late back that food was late on. That's not bad. Hey, look at that. There's a glass in there, would you know it? I hope I don't forget it, because if I put this at the bottom of the bag and then clunk other stuff on top of it, that's not going to be great. Right, so present count 2. Ding. There isn't a present counter, but if there was. Actually, do you know what? Just for the hell of it. Yes. Come on, let's do it. Text source. Present counter. I know I could do some sort of fancy thing with the chatbot and probably set it up. So that I could just press plus or something. Bet I can't be bothered. There we go. How's that for professionalism? Mr. Sandman, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to whatever this is, which is absolute madness. How you keeping? How's life at the moment? Left align. I can't. Chat log mode? No. I know what that means. Custom text. Right, okay. It'll do. I can double click it, right? Oh, thanks for the follow as well. If I leave that open, will that change if I do that? Yes, it will. There we go. I'll leave it open. And that doesn't make any sense, does it? Present count. Present successfully wrapped. And now it's going off. Right, let's put it down here. There we go. It's just random. Oh, I can't even spell wrapped. Wrapped. There we go. Let's leave that open. I was looking at the online people in Winging It Daily's Discord, and it said you were live, so I'm dropping by. Oh, thank you. I have got my Discord open, but I didn't realise it was showing up in Winging It Daily's as well, so I'm chuffed at that. Fantastic streamer is Winging It Daily. Highly recommended. Got me through many a day of work, just because, you know, my brain's locked up. I've joined in with one of Winging It Daily's crosswords, and suddenly the stuff I've got to do, because I'm a software developer, the stuff I've got to do at work, just suddenly, that's what I need to do. So sometimes you just need some distraction, just, you know. But in this case, an intellectual distraction helps. I just thought, should I put, no, I won't do that. I could have put an extra text saying centimetres of tape used. It would be like a Father Ted sketch, that, wouldn't it? Remember the one where he goes out on and he has to fix the plane with the sellotape? The talking sellotape dispenser. Oh, you gotta watch that episode if you haven't seen it already. And if you haven't seen Father Ted at all, you have to watch Father Ted. You absolutely must. Right, so present successfully wrapped. 2. I don't know how many there are in total, because that's not how I work. I just buy stuff until I run out of time. That's gonna be in the way. Let's get that over there. Right. Well, you can tell at least it's a garment by the fact I've got that, but I should probably keep that. Just keep it to one side. Or should I wrap it in with it? I'll poke through the wrapping if I do that, won't it? So Mr. Sandman, how are things going? And oh, well, I've shown you now. Okay, there we go. Well, someone's a fan of that in the family, put it that way. So maybe same technique. So check for prices. That'd have been good. I'm gonna leave the tag on it in case I got the wrong size. Might have got the wrong size. I think I got the right size, but I might have got the wrong size. Not sure why I'm whispering. So also, if I whisper, you might not hear me with the background music. Oh my gosh! Right. So that's nowhere near big enough for that. What else we got? That might work for that though. Yeah, I think that'll work for that. So I'll leave the tag on that. The tag hasn't got a price on it, but it explains what it is, because this is something that isn't immediately obvious. I was just basically standing there for ages. It's big enough to wrap around it. It's big enough to wrap around it, but it won't close over on the ends. Actually, it might. Well, that could be meant to be then. What have we got left to get, chat? Have we managed to get everything we need? Stocked up on everything? Anything we're waiting for? Any unusual parcels arrived? As in, I posted a retweet earlier. Somebody posted a public service announcement. When you order Brussels sprouts from Tesco's, please note that if you order one Brussels sprout, instead of getting one bag of Brussels sprouts, they got one individual Brussels sprout. And nobody's done anything wrong as such. It's like, you know, it's not technically the shop's fault, because it said quantity 1. So the packers put 1. the people ordering the ones that, I guess, made the mistake. Though you wouldn't think of it, you'd just think, oh, one bag. But nope. one individual Brussels sprout in the post. You gotta laugh. You've gotta laugh. Or you cry sometimes, but yeah, it's just fab. Okay. So what I realised there was actually, if I just fold over the ends symmetrically, that works. Literally just go like that. But this is going to be more of a scrunch, but it'll do. So some of my parcels are so neat, and some of them are just... I've learned as well, just let the paper guide you how it wants to wrap the present. That's the best way to do it, actually. Just gently caress your parcel. What am I doing, Charlie Lawson? Gently caress your parcel, and work out where it wants to fold naturally by itself, and then just go with that. So we've got a bifold there. It's like a barn door fold. I don't know. There's no university course on this, and a triangle there. There you go. So that's good. So there we go. Change that now. Excuse me. If I leave that to their birthday, then yeah, there's something I've bought that I don't know if it's a candidate for a certain person wanting the receipt and taking it back, but they've only got a certain time period to do that. So if I don't give it now, if I wait till birthday, then it'll be too late to take it back. So I think we've got to go with it. I think we do have to go with it now. And did they have to put such a big price tag on it? That is a ridiculously gigantic price tag. Not easily removed. But there we go. I suppose what we could do, just because it's silliness. So that's a silliness, because I could easily get more from the Paul or from recycled stuff. Oh my gosh. What am I actually doing with my life? But yeah, look at this. It's ridiculous. Look how big that is for a price tag. Pull a staple off, for God's sakes. Not like the other one where I can just tear off, where it's actually sensible. You just literally tear off the bottom of the label and it's already got perforations. Say that, can't do it though. Still gonna have to use the scissors because it's not coming off. Not coming off along the perforations. Yeah. Oh, I suppose what I should do. I'm still quite new at this lark. What I should do is say, if you've just joined me, it's about 7 minutes too late now. But if you've just joined me, I normally stream Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 PM GMT. I'll practice it now, even though it's too late. I'll practice it now. Normally stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. Obviously not this Thursday because it's Christmas Eve. Mixture of things, variety streamer. Do a tryout Tuesday where I try out a game that's not necessarily new, but it's brand new to me. At the moment we're on The Sims 4, and then Thursday's morphed. It was Throwback Thursday. Now it's turned into TDM Thursday, so I'm doing a bit of Hyperscape, getting back into that because they've got a lovely Winter Wonderland theme, a Winter Festival theme, I should say, and that's really fun. But yeah, grateful for you stopping by, Mr. Sandman. Roop, how was food? How are you getting on with food? I could add to this list and say Cuppa's 0. I need a Cuppa. Right, well, while we're on that, here's another present I got for myself. Look at that. Positive, but because I've joked before, somebody else made the joke. It wasn't my joke, but when they said positivity, like TEA, but positivity. This is the perfect mug for positivity. I put to you. Look at it. Never give up. Be kind. You matter. Believe in yourself. So I basically bought this for myself to be my streamer mug. Haven't used it yet. That's my Christmas present to myself, my streaming mug. And just for work. I mean, this is a work from home place as well. So it's my positivity mug, or positivity coffee. What do you call positivity coffee? Posy coffee? Coffee posy? Posit? I don't know. Happy coffee. Right, so that's... what's that say? Colour may transfer onto lighter materials, especially when wet. Okay. I'm not planning on getting the Christmas presents wet. It'll be kind of strange. That's going to need to go at least to there. Just try and really roughly cut something approximately size. We need a bit more weight than that. Right. I'm not even doing this specially for you to see. I'm not trying to say you're unimportant, but I'm literally not even doing this just so that you can see it on camera. It's not like a grandiose thing, exaggerated move. It's just that that's the room I've got in here. Dear. If it ends up... oh, no, I don't lose my keyboard over the back again. That happened before. Just whizzed off the keyboard tray. Took me about a quarter of an hour to get it back. You just hear it go clunk, clunk, and hope none of the keycaps have fallen off. Right. So, that should work. I think I probably put too much on that. No. Should have thought of wrapping it like a book, actually. It looks a bit like a book. It's not a book. It looks a bit like one. See? What did I say? It was enlightened or inspired, having strips of tape ready to go stuck to the edge of the desk. What did I not do? Cut any strips and add them to the edge of the desk. No. Because that would have been too easy. Do tell me if you can't hear me, by the way. I'm not looking at the cages. This is like the opposite of my normal streams. I'm not playing a game. And at least when I'm playing when I'm doing a just chatting stream, I'm normally actually paying attention. I'm relying on the fact that this is a good mic. Over relying on it to pick me up wherever I'm pointing, which is not great mic technique. But again, it's a bonus stream. This is what you can expect from a random bonus stream. Maybe. Hopefully it doesn't put you off tuning into a bonus stream ever again in the future. But yeah, it's nice, sort of keeping me company, keeping you company. Safe space to hang out and chat. I think I've overdone it a bit on this. Doesn't need that much of an overhang, I don't think. Let's take it down this side first before I commit to lopping off excess paper. I'm trying to listen to my own tips here, just work out where it wants to fold itself. Not kind of crunching it up into a ball. There we go. That'll do. No, it won't, because I've just stuck a bit of paper to itself. That's inefficient, because basically stuck one bit of paper on the end to the other bit of paper on the end, and they were both loose from the actual parcel itself. So that's great, isn't it? Can we use this bit for something else, maybe? I'm not chopping through the present, by the way. Leftovers. Could have lopped off more than that, actually. Right, that'll do. There we go. 4 down. I don't know what the total is. I honestly don't. It's probably about 30 odd. Maybe. Counting stocking fillers and knickknacks and stuff. Ooh. Oh dear. That's no good, is it? Just open at the end. Just lost my... Just my scissors. Right. I've just hit a random button on my desk now. Might have. Let's tuck that in. Ah, we are. Christmas music on. Those are not delicate. This one is. Gonna leave that in the plastic. Shouldn't accept presents now. Nom nom nom, says Roop. Cheese and crackers. Love brie. Oh, hang on. Those were meant to be for Christmas Eve, weren't they? Are we eating them early? Don't know about that. Yeah, you should have hidden them from yourself. I'd say under normal circumstances you should only have bought them Christmas Eve, but don't do that. I think this is the optimum day to get the last minute shopping. I can say that now that the day's gone, right? I'm not encouraging people to go out and go mad, because I think tomorrow people are going to go, oh, I forgot this, and just pile into the shops. I'm worried about that. Really worried about that. Is that how you've justified it to yourself, is it, Roop? 3/4 left for tomorrow. I like it. Right, I don't know what to do next now. And that's kind of just like an envelope size thing. Oops, sorry for knocking the mic then. This isn't what I normally do. What I normally do is wrap things with the bits of paper I've got left over. And I might have to show off my Be Right Back screen. Purely just to get a cuppa. I need a cuppa. Right, so there's a bit left over there. What are we going to wrap next? I may as well do this, as otherwise it's in the way. Awful way to talk about gifts, I know, but well, that might fit in there. That won't fit in there. Watch where that scissors has gone. Much prefer cheese than chocolate, says Roop. I'm literally Wallace. Wrong cheese for Wallace, though. Although I don't think Wallace would say no to any cheese. I love the DFS advert actually that Wallace and Gromit are on. If you're not familiar with Wallace and Gromit, they're animated plasticine figures from well-known British Christmas films. Well, not necessarily Christmas films, but well-known animated films, some of which should be Christmas classics if they're not already, put it that way. I think they were Christmas films, weren't they? They weren't necessarily themed around Christmas, but they were definitely on at Christmas time, I would have said. They fit the bill for a good traditional family Christmas film anyway, I would say. Let's chop across from that Christmas tree. And then a DFS, yeah. I suppose if I'm explaining things you might not be familiar with around the world. DFS is a sofa shop. It's a tea shop. People call them sofas all around the world, right? Surely. It's a furniture shop. A bit like any Pixar movie, yeah, a little bit, but plasticine rather than well, it is 3D. It's 3D made of plasticine rather than 3D CGI. Stop motion animation, that's the phrase I was looking for. Okay. So I've way overestimated the size of that. It's only a little thing. Amazingly difficult to wrap. Maybe I'm making it difficult. The group saying, lol, I hope I live till the end of the TFS sale. They've called it something else now. They called it the comfort sale. So technically the DFS sale has ended and the DFS comfort sale has begun. So has the DFS sale finally ended by them stopping one sale and starting another one immediately? There's a band I know called Terrafolk who did that. They said to raise media publicity, Terrafolk spontaneously and sensationally split up and reform on the same day. With the same lineup, but they made it official that they were definitely splitting up and then reformed on the same day. Definitely recommend checking them out if you haven't heard them before, Terrafolk. They played where I live to a very small audience, unfortunately, because people didn't realise they were a folk band. We've got a very, very, very big folk club here in Pontardawe, where I live. Very long-running, very historic folk club. And nobody from the folk club came because they saw Terrafolk, Terrafolk, and assumed that from the marketing and the lettering in the logo that they were some sort of metal band. They were a folk band. They're a folk group. And I even had somebody sent me a leaflet for the band, and with a handwritten note saying, "This may be more your thing, Jamie," which I thought, well, you know, it's a compliment if they think I'm a big metal rocker type person. But yeah, they were just like, "Oh, this might be more your sort of thing," and I was just like, I'm not ageist, but it's just somebody older than for relevance of the story. And I said, I was thinking, I'm not one to be ageist, but I kind of thought this would be more your sort of thing. It's also my sort of thing, but I thought it, you know. So I felt really sorry for them. I don't think anybody came, because they thought they were like some sort of hardcore metal, something heavy rock band or something, and they did do one song. This is the thing you need to look up on YouTube. So I can find it. Oh, I didn't lose my keyboard, but I lost my mouse. My mouse has literally gone off the desk. It lights up. Shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard to find, should it? Is that it? No, that's a mains cable. Fab. Mains adapter for the USB hub. So nice, I didn't even hear that go down. That's right down the back somewhere then. So, does this work? No. Please don't let me be accidentally clicking format C or something. Right. So instead of my keyboard going off the back, just lost my mouse. Oh, and my mouse pad's gone as well. Oh, for God's sake. Might watch you on PS4. A laugh, Roop, if if he just switches now, right? Because in that time I wasn't watching the chat, so Roop was saying, "Okay, toaster time." So he's switching his laptop to edit the video, and then he's going to watch me on the PS4 instead. I'd love it if he turned off my stream, went to do the video rendering, turned on his PS4 to find me just under the desk. That was easier. There's the mouse pad. Now this is literally a bargain. 97p. This mouse pad was. Gel wrist rest and everything. Not very big. Anyway, have I accidentally deleted anybody's messages here? Because I could, but as I was trying to pick the mouse up, I could hear it clicking away, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I might have stopped the stream. I might have done anything. No, I'm still on. I might have literally clicked. I don't think I have, but I might have accidentally literally clicked to like delete files or stuff, and that could have been a disaster. Anyway, right, let's get back onto it. Right. Go for an envelope fold. Does it go there? Mm-hmm. So there we are, we're up to 5. Gaming mice nearly lost. 1. Lost down the back of the desk. Oh dear. Nope, I'm clever. I keep both on, says Roop. Oh. So you saw all of that then? Right. 5 wrapped. I've still got some to do something with this. Is that going to be one that waits, do you think, till birthday? I don't know. Just have to get other stuff for birthday. That's mine. That's for me. My present to self. What's this? That's mine as well. Okay, I might show you this one just because it lines up on my desk so nicely with the Christmas countdown calendar. Look at this, right? It did line up on my desk. It looked like that. It was like, oh, that's perfect. So there we are. We're giving that away now. Oh. Yeah, I accidentally broke it, so it's kind of. There we go. Oh, now I've broken it worse, so it won't balance. Yeah. I never thought of that. If we can't see my Twitch studio anyway, am I doing this back to front? Should we not have... Oh, no, that won't work. I have to go back to this one. Should we not have this background at all? Should we just have the background as the camera? Maybe. Don't know. Procrastinating too much again. Roop saying my biggest challenge tonight is, I know I got copyrighted, but the blocking in countries is what I fear. I hope it doesn't get demonetized. Yeah, I know what you mean. PS4 time. Okay, we're switching over. First time I've ever been live on a PS4. What should I don't know. I'm over worrying about this. You won't necessarily see anything, you just see the desk, so it's fine. It's just let's just leave it alone. Let's just leave it as it was. It was fine before. So I mean, I think I will have to be Abby in a bit because I need more water and I need a cuppa. So I might well do that. The anticipation of putting BLB up, making people wait for more of this rubbish. Dear. Right. Yeah, cuppa time, I think. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Sorry, I shouldn't insult the people who are actually sticking around and listening to this in the background. So I know there are a couple of people lurking as well. I'm not calling out lurkers. That's not what I'm doing. A couple of people at the start of the stream said they were lurking. This is what I'm talking about. I'm behind on the laptop. It's pretty instant on PS4. All right. Yeah, I find it is different on different devices. Sometimes if I'll tune in on my tablet after turning the computer off, I'll be at a different point. Definitely. I would say, well, this is what you've missed, but you haven't missed much. I know, I shouldn't put myself down. is what you get. It's a bonus stream. But yeah, Kappa very much needed. So BRB. Now I'm stuck in here. No, I was meant to be out there. Yeah, out there. Why? Okay, well, give me a few minutes to work out how to get out of the TV. Look, I don't want to disturb him. He's looking so happy and peaceful. See, if this was a real nightclub in real life, he'd have been thrown out well before now. Right, come on, let's get you home. Ah! Oops. By having the keyboard out, I hit the space bar, and apparently that was a fast forward mode, which I didn't know. So I just fast forwarded through all of my levels. Okay, I'll use my save game. That means I should have saved at the end of stage 4. Oh, that's annoying.
The viewers have chosen the infinite ammo.
I've got infinite ammo. Why are you not reloading? Oh, because the infinite ammo event hasn't happened yet. I get one in my aim, and I can never see the other one. Oh. Too many controls. So at first, I thought this wasn't working, but it just doesn't play any sound on the demo for some reason. Ready for the nostalgia hit? Oh. And even that slowdown there, that sounds like it might be the emulator being a bit buggy. Stuttering on the sound there. No, I remember it doing that exact thing at that exact time on the Game Boy as well. That little stutter. So, full on nostalgia. Oh dear, have I got a wall between me and the kitchen? Still, he's going out the back door at the moment. I can't get to the kitchen from the rest of the house. Oh my god, no. Right. Remove that wall. Okay, at least I can get to the kitchen without walking outside. Oh, there's a snowman there as well, look. I should have a tour of this first. Look, and all those Christmas decorations. I didn't even notice those before. I whizzed straight past them. Christmas presents. Look at this. Look how Christmassy this is. It's even snow. There's a tutorial on YouTube about how to add snow to your YouTube channel. You don't even need to do that. Look at this. Look at all the gifts. Gosh, they've really gone to town, haven't they, on this winter festival thing? Cool. And we've got a refuge there. Let's just stay there. Wait till he comes up. Oh. If that hadn't exploded next to me, it would have been okay. Okay, refuge there. Wait. Patience. Just hope one of those cannonballs doesn't explode next to you. Yes! Oh my gosh! Did we do it? That deserves a celebratory sip of cuppa. I'm not going to shout. Because it's 11:30 at night, but... my gosh. This is me getting excited. Oh! Blowpin, welcome to the stream just as I talk about you. Just as I talk about you. The very second I talk about you. You appear. And with a resub as well. What's that, 3 months? Have I designed the sub badge for 3 months? I don't know if I have yet. Because I naively thought, oh, why am I spending time designing badges for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? For a start, I genuinely thought nobody was going to ever subscribe. Or at least not for like a year or something. Subscribed my first stream. It was amazing, but it was also... like, what? What's going on? Oop. Lag again. That would be one major advantage, of course.
Looks like there's a
I literally
new
couldn't even
top
fire.
in Neo Arcadia. Let the
Yeah,
battle
you
begin.
say I can still fight.
Eliminate all other
I
contenders
couldn't.
or secure the crown to win.
Did you see that? Well, you didn't see my mouse, granted, but... Yes! Come on. I think I found my strength. I'm staying behind, but I am not... hiding. This is strategic. Yeah. Something must have happened overnight. I've obviously slept on this. Studied in my head. Repair that. Out of my way. Well, we've succeeded in getting further. So that's something. Hedgehog! I can't kill a hedgehog! What is this cruelty? Hedgehogs are cute. Maybe I'm just pushing them. Mic on, that would help. Yeah, I'm back. I have Cuppa in the old mug because I haven't started using the new mug yet. Yeah, that's a thing for me as well. Roop saying bonus. Wait, bonus on Nemeth tomorrow? No. It's a bonus as in I don't normally stream on Wednesday. And it's a bonus as in I'm freestyling it because I'm doing the rapping, and I thought, well, seeing as Twitch is a place that's becoming, you know, as if it wasn't already, becoming more and more accepting of people doing different stuff. I'm not doing wild stuff. I'm not doing face painting or like live stunts on stream or anything crazy or like, you know, eating spicy food or or doing dares or, you know, but you know, I'm doing what I would be doing anyway, but seeing if we can turn it into a just chatting stream, and it seems to be working, sort of. For me, it's working at least. I hope it's working for you as well. But by bonus, I mean not normal, as in not the normal run of things. So yeah, no, there probably won't be a stream tomorrow because it's Christmas Eve tomorrow. We'll be putting up the decorations, although we've put some up on the front of the house. So if I do a stream over Christmas at all, maybe I'll do like an unannounced. So, you know, keep an eye on the notifications. I'll do like an unannounced from my mobile phone view of the Christmas decorations or something, and a quick hello to people or something. Back, he says. What, me back or you back? I am back, yes. Let's turn off the computer lights. There you go. So what's next then? Still on 5 presents. Might leave those unwrapped because they're bottles, full bottles with alcohol in them. So if I leave them unwrapped, it's probably safer. There's still a surprise when you open them. I mean, okay, granted, they're going to look like bottles in the wrapping paper as well, but it's just easier. And I'm lazy. That's partly it, but it's partly safety, partly lazy. Both, says Roop. Oh, we both arrived back at the same time. Handy. You took your moment to go out doing the adverts then. I didn't put adverts on. I should have put adverts on. Because in the spirit of openness and honesty, I earn money from the adverts. I don't need the money, but if it's going for free, I am somebody who will not turn down anything for free. So literally, if I'm not here, I may as well run adverts. because I earn like a penny or whatever. But yeah, as I've said before, don't sub to my channel. But definitely don't sub to this. I'm glad if you're enjoying and having a chill out, because that's what it's here for. But it was meant as a nice chill out chat session while I'm getting on with the wrapping presents. It wasn't meant as a stream that I think is worth paying for. I mean, come on. If Netflix was all watching other people wrapping Christmas presents, you wouldn't pay however much a month, would you? You know. So don't. I know you're subbed already, Roop, yes, but don't sub this stream. Sub when I'm actually putting some effort in. I like the emotes though; those are cool. I love that all the emotes have got Santa hats on them as well. That's awesome. I'm gonna miss that once. Like I said before, I don't feel Christmassy over the entire Christmas period anymore. That might just be getting older. That might just be the world getting more and more depressing. Sorry, I'm not trying to bring things down. I just mean, yeah. But little things like that. Little Santa hat on every emote. That makes me feel Christmassy. Yeah. Right, so we got another jumper. That's gonna need another big wrap. It's unlike the t-shirt, which could be quite tightly folded. This is not going to be as tight, really. Can we get away with... Let's see. I can get away with a lengthways cut. That leaves me a nice big square bit for something else. That's what I'm trying to think. So let's go there. How long are we going? At least twice as long as that, then, I guess. Ooh. I think I might have had to get that, but I've just got another piece of paper, so that's cool. Roop saying, debating whether to get a PC due to my tiny room. If you saw my last vid, you'd see how small the room is. Roop, get a PC like mine. It's a shoebox. See if you can get yourself a mini ITX case, in case I'm pronouncing it weird. Right? Now, you obviously have to make a judgment call. There are high-end motherboards that you can get. Making a... Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Just trying to get a piece I can work with at the moment. Right, there we go. There are high-end motherboards you can get in the Mini ITX form factor, but they will cost you a lot more than their equivalent in an ATX form factor because of them being Mini ITX. Obviously, you know, you're paying a premium for a motherboard that's tiny. But I already had this system. I built it 7 years ago. Don't know how much it cost. I honestly can't remember what I paid, but my threshold for building a PC system was around about £300. So I think it's a good bet, and I remember it being cheaper than my main computer. My main computer was £300 to build. So I'll say 300 because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I managed to get the motherboard, the processor that came with it, the RAM came with it as well. It was all part of a bundle. It was all on offer, and the case, which was an Elite Cooler Master 130 or something like that. Still quite a popular case, actually, which is it's quite nice to know that I've got a case that's still sought after. You won't see anything in through the side. There's no transparent panels, but it's the size of a shoebox, and it's a blooming beast. It's doing my stream, and it's running all of the games, the latest games. Granted, I've not got... If I had a 144 hertz monitor or whatever, then yeah, okay. Might struggle. I can only stream at 30 frames a second. I'm now running the games at 60 frames a second. If you watch back my last Hyperscape stream, any stutters in that Hyperscape stream are mainly due to the fact I've got a slow internet connection. The if you watch back the video clip that I put up on YouTube, bear in mind when you watch it back on YouTube, the YouTube is compressing your feed. So if you click on it and put it into HD mode, that'll give you a good idea of the results I'm getting with this system. Capturing at 30 frames a second, playing the game at 60 frames a second in full HD. Like I say, if you've got one of these 4K screens, yeah, okay, mine's probably going to struggle. But if you just want a decent full HD gaming system, I mean, at one point I deliberately limited the frame rate to 60 frames a second because that's what all my monitor can handle. Because at one point I did one stream and it looked like it was doing 15-20 frames a second. I thought, what on earth's going wrong with this? But it's because the graphics card was being overloaded, and I thought, well, yes, I went for a graphics card that was £80 instead of one that was £200-300, and that's what you get. It wasn't that. When I looked at the graphics card stats, it reckoned it was running Hyperscape at like 160 frames a second. I was just like, what? But it was a waste because the monitor can only display 60 frames a second, so having 160 frames a second is pointless. And it was hammering my graphics card. My graphics card was taking it, but it meant that OBS had no graphics card resources left to do the stream properly, so it was slowing down the stream. So once I limited to 60 frames a second, it's been fine again. Could put it on my drawers and use wireless. Yeah, could do. He said, "Ooh, link me. Link it to what?" I want it mainly for streaming console stuff. Well, in that case, you don't need any power at all. You need virtually nothing for streaming console stuff. I mean, it needs to capture and it needs to stream reliably. Mine before the upgrades would have been enough, to be honest. So, okay. Well, on that basis, then. What I don't want to do is recommend you stuff that costs you loads of money, and because even a cheap system will still cost you some money, and it's like, do you want to spend that, or do you want to save it and get like a full-on gaming PC? That's I'm just trying to work out. If you spend a substantial fraction of what you would spend on a gaming PC on something that's not quite as good, you can't spend the same money twice. So, I don't know. I don't know what to recommend. In terms of building another one like mine, you need to spend about 40 quid on a second-hand motherboard. I got the RAM for 80 quid. 70 quid. Actually, it was cheaper. Yeah, 70 quid. The processor was second-hand for £80. But that's the upgraded one. The one that you might be able to get. A mini ITX motherboard with a Core i3 processor. They might even throw the cooler in as well. You might get that for 40-50 quid. Put it into a mini ITX case for 30 quid. I reckon you could build yourself a streaming system for about 100 quid. A cheap hard drive. You don't even need an SSD. The whole advantage of an SSD is faster load times for games. If you're not using it for games, what do you need the SSD for? You just literally need it to boot. You could use anything. You could use a... it'd be more expensive to get an old, small hard drive now, probably, than you may as well get a decent hard drive. But a cheap SSD... You know, that's what I'm thinking. You don't actually need the benefits of an SSD, but small SSDs are now so cheap that it's probably better to get a small SSD than an entry level mechanical HDD hard drive, normal hard drive. You know, there were reasons why I decided against an SSD, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with an SSD. It's just that I wanted capacity, so I managed to find a really good deal on ridiculously high capacity hard drive. So that's why I've now got 18 terabytes in here. So I was thinking of the video editing as well, you know. So fun, lots of fun has been made about why I need 18 terabytes, but it's just the fact I like symmetry. I had 3 SATA ports free. And I've mitigated the slower speed of mechanical hard drives by separating it out. So my games are on one drive, my video recording from OBS is on another drive, and the operating system's on another drive. So that's what I've done. So they're not all being used at the same time. So there's no seek time between drives, if that makes sense. I'm waffling a bit. That works well. Yeah. So that's good. And also, again, because it's an old motherboard, 7-year-old motherboard, still holding its own, but in reality, the SATA ports on it aren't the latest SATA ports either, so any speed boost you do gain from having an SSD is kind of mitigated by the fact that the ports are slower. I think if you've got like SATA 3 ports, it's probably worth having an SSD. I've got SATA 2 ports. I can't remember the exact maths, but I'm pretty sure it was borderline whether there'd actually be any speed boost. And I couldn't turn down this brilliant deal of having like 3 6-terabyte drives. So I went for it, and I thought, well, this will be a nice high-capacity computer that might end up turning into a NAS if I build a new gaming PC. But I'm not thinking of building a new gaming PC for years yet. This will last me. So actually, the specs are on the page down below. It's so I have more control than I do with my current direct from PS4, says Roop. Yeah, that's invaluable. If you want to, well, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should both make it into a joint YouTube challenge video. We can both upload. Does that work? Shall I upload it to mine, or you upload it to yours? I don't know. But make it like a challenge video. See if we can build a streaming PC for £100 from second-hand parts. Because I found a motherboard very similar to mine for £40. I've got a spare processor from the old PC, from this PC when I upgraded it. I've got a Core i3, which was making mincemeat of video editing. So it'll easily handle streaming. It just wouldn't handle streaming and gaming and keeping the system going at the same time. Needed a bit more power than that. But it would have easily handled streaming on its own. And what I wanted to do was get a second-hand board and build up another system like my system was, which is a bit pointless really, because I upgrade all the innards and then I build another PC using the old innards. I may as well have just kept this as it was and built a new one, but that's not how it worked. Yeah, if we can find ourselves... The problem is the second-hand motherboards I was finding came with a processor. I was like, I don't want another one. I want a motherboard to use my processor with, because it's going to waste. But I kind of don't want to get rid of it, because if anything goes wrong, touch wood, with the new processor, the new second-hand one, I can just put the old one back in. But yeah, I reckon you could do it for £100. You could get a second-hand PC that someone is selling, and if all it's ever going to do is streaming, if you're happy that all it's ever going to do is streaming, you're not necessarily going to turn it into a gaming PC afterwards. I reckon you could do it for £100. Because from what I've seen, like say, for £40 for a motherboard and processor and RAM bundle. You might even get it in a case. Well, actually, alright, okay. Just because I want to put my money where my mouth is. Is it putting my money where my mouth is? I don't know. I just wanted to save my search on eBay, because... Or come up with my saved searches. Well, those could be presents as well. Yeah. So... Mine is an Asus P8H61i. Let's see if anyone's selling those. Right, so the motherboard I've got in my system right now, that is almost exactly it, except that's got an LX in it, so I'm not sure. Oh, there we are. This is almost my motherboard. I don't know what the LX means. It's got an i3 processor, it's got 8GB of RAM, more than enough. Mine had 4GB of RAM. when I built it. 50 quid. I'm not vouching for this person. I you know, this particular site. I don't know anything about it. I'm just browsing. But this is basically my system. It's got 2 sticks of RAM in it. You've got the fan is on it already. It's got an i3 processor. I don't know what i3 processor, but that'll be fine. It's dual core. Inbuilt graphics. Doesn't say which i3. Right, that is the processor I had before I did the upgrade. I had an i3 3220. Video editing, it flew through. Now, of course, with a i7 quad-core processor, 16 gig of RAM, it's just tearing through, and it goes into turbo mode. That's the difference. You won't have the turbo mode that guy have. It doesn't matter. It's terrifying. Now when I do video editing, I can literally all the fans spin up to maximum. I'm just going, oh my god, is it going to be okay? Yeah, you could literally buy my old PC, which as I say, handled video editing no problem, and I was using it for streaming while I did the radio show. So I was actually doing the radio show on my old PC. I've confused things now. So there's my old big tower, which is really old. That's like 15 years old now, at least I would have said. Then there's my new PC pre-upgrade and my new PC post-upgrade, if you like. Does that make sense? So my new PC pre-upgrade is this. In a package for 50 quid. You just need a case. So, mini ITX cases seem to... Well, actually, you don't need a mini ITX case. You can probably put this motherboard in a standard case, but I think the advantages of having a mini ITX are that it's like a little shoebox. Or you can do something like this, which I think is fab. I nearly bought this if it wasn't for the postage. It's a beige box style PC, but fits a new mini ITX motherboard. How cool is that? Yeah, okay, that's too much. Yeah, that's quite a lot. That's similar to the one I've got. It's not exactly the same. I'm just wondering if I can get that. Second webcam, isn't it? Right. Let's put it down there. So, yeah, stuff I haven't used yet. That's where my this is the main deal. Roop, are you looking? Haven't missed him now, have I? That's my PC. That's my streaming and gaming PC. It's sat in a little cubby hole. Not the best example of ventilation, granted. But that's... hang on. Right. It's about 24 centimetres across. It goes back the length of the desk. I won't pull it out now because I'll probably end up pulling out one of the USBs. But yeah, here's what the main PC was. That's the size of a standard tower for a rough scale. That's a standard ATX case, right? So this is the same length, front to back, more or less, but easily less than half the height. It's like the size of a shoebox. So yeah, tiny, and it's got a full size ATX power supply in it. So actually, I don't know what price these are new. Let's get it off for a second. Put that back up there. I don't know if you can still get them new, can you? Buy Elite Cooler Master 130, and again, this just happened to be one that was on offer in Maplin at the time. Okay, you can get something similar. You can get a used one here apparently for 25 quid. you need a power supply as well. So actually, maybe it'll be a little bit more than £100. But what I recommend, actually, if you go on Facebook Marketplace, some people are selling cases on there. Power supplies aren't too much either. Okay, so I might have to revise that. It might be 150 quid. But yeah, my PC, as was, 50 quid second hand. Motherboard, processor, RAM, all on there. Right? You stick that in a case. It doesn't have to be a Cooler Master 130, but you can see the similar ones, like this Golden Field one. It's pretty much the same shoebox size. If you want to go down to that, you can, but the cooler might not fit in something that slim. I recommend shoebox size. It's pretty good. Like one of these, maybe Thermaltake. Coolink, yeah. It says Micro ATX, but you often find the cases will fit a Micro ATX or a Mini ITX. Silverstone SST, yeah. That's 40 quid. And then, say you're going to need a power supply, but you won't need anything that spectacular, really, power supply wise. But it depends on the case. Obviously, if you get the case like mine, then it needs a full size power supply. So that's ATX power supply. 50 quid, 20 quid. Might be worth getting a more reliable name, but you don't need power. Mine was running on a 600 watt. You probably only need 400 watts. You might get away with a 300 watt. Yeah, again, unless you decide to buy a graphics card that draws a load of current, remember that the i3 processor has integrated graphics, so it won't be the best graphics, but it'll be enough. It'll be enough for streaming. Because remember, you're only doing one thing. The problem is when you try and do multiple things. That's why having the quad core really helps, and that's why lots of videos recommend you have a separate computer for streaming and a separate computer for gaming. It's because it's the multitasking is the problem. If you're just streaming and that's all you're using that computer for, maybe the odd browser window open or whatever, but all you're using that computer for is streaming, then there's only one major thing happening at a time. I'll be fine. For now, I've got some. Okay, so £150. I'll revise my estimate. And it does come with a graphic card thing. So you could actually, in theory, upgrade this later on. Going on the basis that it's like my computer. You could then, in theory, get a graphics card later on, get a faster processor, which would take it up to a total build cost of more like $350 probably. But yeah, £150. We did it. That's my challenge to myself. Or you might decide just to go for a different motherboard. You don't have to go with this one. It's just that handily. That's the reason this is nice, is because it's got everything you need. You don't need to then go and find a processor, find a cooler, get your thermal paste and all that. They've done it. They've done it for you. It's just being sold as a pre-built. You literally just screw it inside the case, and it's done. Plus, you need a power supply, obviously. But some cases, when you buy them, have a power supply inbuilt. Not any of those, maybe, but £10 postage. That's the only downside of that. And it's ended anyway. But yeah, it's worth looking for a case with a power supply inbuilt. Just beware, if you're buying a small case, a really small case, then the processor cooler height is something that you have to think about. Yeah. Anyway. Does that make sense? Lonely Duck, hello. Hey Jamie, can't stay long. We just wanted to say Merry Christmas and stay safe. Oh, thank you. And you too. Merry Christmas to you and yours. And yeah, hope it goes as well as possible. I know current times are not great, but we'll make the best of it, all of us together. And I won't be live over Christmas. I'm not planning to be live over Christmas. There's no guarantee that I won't be. Maybe I'll do something random. Like, it starts off Tuesday, me eating on stream. Tonight, we're wrapping presents on the stream. Tomorrow, who knows? Stream live on Christmas Day. No, I won't do that. But do have a look on my page, because I'll probably be auto-hosting somebody who's on, and there are people putting together lists. If you're on the UK Twitch streamers Facebook page, somebody was compiling a list there of people who are live on over Christmas, so that nobody's on their own. And I don't know, I'll try and retweet if I know people are on. Roop saying that good, yeah. I reckon you can do it for 150 quid. Although, as I say, then you've just got to think about whether you want to spend that £150 on a computer that's dedicated to streaming, or whether you'd rather save it and build a beast. But the thing is, when I built mine, my threshold for building PCs was £300. Really, the minimum you could build a half-decent PC that's not specifically for gaming is probably about £500 now. Inflation and lack of availability of parts, and manufacturers being more savvy to the fact that more people want them for gaming, so the prices are a bit more, not necessarily because they're hiking them, just because they're making the hardware more capable, and then you're paying for it. Whereas I was just wanting a nice basic PC that would do okay. It's mad, says Roop. Yeah, exactly. So, like I say, my threshold was £300 for a new PC. My sort of, you call it a budget, I guess. I didn't mind spending a bit more depending on what I got, but you should have been able to build a PC. It's like you should be able to buy a laptop. My mind's playing catch up. You should be able to buy a decent laptop for £200. Now you can't. You'd struggle to get a decent laptop for £400. Chromebooks are cheaper, I know. Maybe that's why. So, you could get away with having a Chromebook. But, Red Tea with the emotes, hello. Using the channel points, or yeah, because those are there. I need to add some more channel point rewards as well. Lonely Duck saying, I'm buying a new CPU in the sales. It's really holding back my system. Yeah, well, yeah. Certainly will. Bread Tea using the channel points there. Cool. The sips of N fuel. Yeah, I did have a Be Right Back earlier. Earliest Be Right Back I've ever done. It was like 20 minutes into the stream. It was ridiculous. But I needed to top up. That's what inspired that, by the way. They gave us these free in the university course. At the start of the course. It says Institute of Coding in Wales, Techno Camps and Swansea University on it. Like, there you go. So if I ever become a super famous streamer, I will tell Swansea University, look, your bottles inspired the graphic that I drew for my channel points, and they won't have a clue what I'm on about, but they'll probably retweet it anyway and say thank you. I don't know. I feel bad, mind. When I was finishing there, the first time, I've been back and forth a few times on different short contracts, but just before I finished the first time, I posted something. It was a terrible physics joke. So in case you don't know, I'm sure you understand, when waves overlap, right? The combined wave gets bigger, but they actually pass through each other. They don't, if you watch ripples on water or waves at the sea, that's what happens. The actual wave itself, the water, the water molecules are doing whatever they're doing, but the actual wave of energy stays. So if you've got two waves coming together, it gets bigger there, but then they pass through each other, right? That wave, the individual waves don't get affected by the other wave. They look like they do. They look like they splosh around or whatever. If they hit the beach, then the water disperses over the beach or whatever. I'm overcomplicating it. But the key principle is the wave itself stays intact. Regardless of what it looks like, the actual wave goes through the other wave. And where they overlap it's called superposition. right? Long story long, as I always do. But anyway, the joke was, right, because Swansea University were going through a big promo drive, and I just basically couldn't resist one day. I posted a tweet, and I said, I really enjoy looking out of the physics department at the waves in the sea as they overlap. It was a superposition with a space. It was a superposition. I just thought it's like a pun, because superposition of the waves, and superposition because I'm 5 floors up looking out at the sea. Didn't expect anything to happen with that. And the university retweeted it and they said, yes, it really is. I don't know if they got the joke. I felt a bit guilty. I just left that past them. Mind you, another professor was quoted in the local newspaper. They said, if the Higgs boson is discovered, it will be a massive discovery. And again, I wonder if they did that deliberately, because it just goes straight under the radar. They printed it. Dear. Right, physics jokes. Lonely Duck saying I was playing GTA earlier and I was getting 99% CPU usage. Ooh. Oh my god. And 70% GPU. Yes, that is conclusive proof that the CPU is your bottleneck. Lonely Duck saying that's actually a pretty clever pun. Yeah, I just felt guilty because I didn't mean for the university to retweet it. I thought, maybe the university would like it. They might get the joke, they might not. But they reposted it on their official Twitter. It's like, anybody who doesn't get the joke won't notice. It's the people who do get the joke are going to be like, I didn't want them to think I was being cruel. Because I've got nothing but good things to say about Swansea Uni, so I wasn't doing it to be cruel at all. I was in good humour, in good taste. But yeah, no, I was going to say about the bottleneck, that's what made me decide on getting a cheaper graphics card, because I thought, well, I could spend £170, £200, £300 on a graphics card, but at some point, even with the CPU upgrade, even with the RAM upgrade, it's DDR3, not DDR4 RAM. It's an old processor, good condition, but second-hand, old, as in, old tech rather than, I'm sure if I could examine it under a microscope, it would be in perfectly good condition and seems new. It's just, anyway, too much information. What I mean is that at some point, if I get a super duper graphics card, I've just wasted money. I'm really happy with the one I've got now that I've started tweaking the settings especially. And since I discovered that Hyperscape was running at 140 odd frames a second, which is pointless. And that's the reason my stream was getting hammered. Performance-wise. It's like, it's capable of 140 frames a second. I was hoping for 30, 40 frames a second at best. So it's managing 60 frames a second easily. I can only stream in 30, as I say. 60 frames a second is the maximum my monitor can show to me. So in terms of the benefit to me while gaming, there's no benefit in going faster than 60 frames a second. So I don't know what the bottleneck is, but the bottleneck's probably still... I think by having the better processor and the better graphics card, the bottleneck, even though the RAM is fantastic RAM, the maximum the motherboard can take is DDR3. So I suspect that the bottleneck's probably the RAM. And then if all of those are okay, the bottleneck will be the hard disks. And sure, I could have used SSDs, but then the bottleneck would become the fact that it's SATA 2 instead of SATA 3. The standard of the SATA ports. So I think the point I'm trying to make is, and from all the advice videos I saw, the point to remember is that there will always be a bottleneck. It's just deciding where you want that bottleneck. And I'm going to put some paper around that. I want this to break, that's very delicate. So yeah, you'll always have a bottleneck. I'm just happy that the bottleneck is now more or less resolved across the whole system. The only way to improve the bottleneck is to build a new system. But I'm happy with the system the way it is. It's really good. So I'm not planning on building a new one for a few years yet. What GPU? I've got the box somewhere. Excuse me. AMD Radeon RX 550 I think I went for. Multiple reasons. It was cheaper, but also I think it's got 4 gig of DDR5. And it didn't need a new power supply, because again, that was the problem. If I'd gone for the graphics cards that were £160 plus, double the price, I also then had to get a new power supply. So then I'm not getting a £160 graphics card. I'm getting a £210 graphics card because I have to pay extra for the power supply. So I deliberately got one that didn't need the extra power connector. So the RX 550 just goes straight into the PCIe Express, PCIe. Because we've moved on from AGP. Come on, brain. AGP's old now. You have to accept this. Accept this and move on. Yeah, the graphics card expansion slot, the PCIe slot, it just goes straight in. Doesn't need any extra power connectors. Just gets its power from that, and it's fine. Lonely Jack saying if you go over your monitor refresh rate, you also run the risk of ghosting. Yeah, it was ghosting and tearing horribly. Tearing then is literally like you can see horizontal bands across the image as it's less horizontal bands, hard to explain, but you can see it's like something's off kilter, and I didn't realise, I didn't know that the system was capable of running at that speed. But yeah, I looked in the stats, it was like 138 FPS. I was like, what? No blooming wonder. And that's all the advice was saying. It's like, yeah, that's why your stream then slowed down, because OBS had no GPU left. Had no percentage of the GPU left to use for the streaming, so it slowed down. Now I've limited it to 60 FPS. It's working fine. Just signed up to Lightstream, says Roop. So what is Lightstream? You have to explain that one to me. I've heard of it. I haven't got a foggiest. That present counter stayed on 6 for far too long. That's almost all of those for now. I'll use the leftover bit for that. Trinkets, right, okay. Let's do a proper effort of taking that price label off as well. Yep. Price label stuck to my fingers, another Christmas tradition. Oh, that's right, that's wrapped already. So, opportunity to do it easy again. Look, it's already got some paper wrapped around it. One of these might do for that. These little leftover bits. That's not going to work. Too thin. It's always annoying having bits that are almost the right size but not quite. Right, let's try that one. Roll. There we go. That'll do. Cut that in half. Oh, might have had to cut that. Oh, no, I think we're okay. Right. No, we're okay, I think. We did. Music's picked up the pace as well. Let's cheer us on. Could do some tomorrow, but I guess we'll finish it tonight. Started, so I'll finish. Roop saying it's like Streamlabs, but done in the cloud. Oh, that's right. That's where I saw you talking about it. Then you said it was an alternative to Overlay Expert. Then I guess. Neat. Cool. Lonely Duck saying putting a non-power cable GPU in a 4+ core Dell pre-built is the easiest way of getting into PC in my opinion. Yeah. Obviously, then as long as you're happy that, because I guess the Dell will then you're stuck with what you've got. So there's that element to it, but yeah, definitely to get a PC ready to go as quick as possible. Definitely. So that's another possible route. You might even get away with doing that without the graphics card to start with, just for the streaming. So Lonely Duck, before you joined, I'm not sure when you joined actually, in relation to what we were talking about, but Roop was talking about building a streaming PC, and I reckoned you could do it for 100 quid. I revised that and said maybe 150 quid. Second-hand parts. So basically, my new PC, but pre-upgrade, you could get second-hand, a mini ITX motherboard with a processor and RAM on it already for £50 second-hand, plus 480 postage. So okay, so I'm calling it 50-ish. Case for 40-ish, and a power supply for 40-ish probably. So I revised it and said £150, but it's only going to be for streaming. It's not going to be doing anything else. So, yeah. Yeah, Lonely Duck saying, I agree, the upgrade path for Dell is, well, non-existent. Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of stuck with what you got. Maybe a bit more RAM, if you're lucky, but the motherboards tend to be so specific that, I mean, I know there's a PC in work, and it was a server PC, so it was slightly different, but the technician came out and replaced the RAM, and it was RAM that was rated as definitely working with this particular Dell computer, and it didn't work. Even though Dell themselves said this RAM definitely works with this computer, it didn't. So, better than Overlay Expert, says Roop. Nice. Lonely Duck saying £150 is a stretch in my opinion. Oh, I know it's a stretch. I was relying heavily on second-hand parts and the fact that I just found a bundle for 50 quid on eBay. Stretch in my opinion depends on the games being played. Again, that's the point I was trying to make though. This is just a streaming PC, not a streaming and gaming PC. So I do take that point, that you're quite right. However, as I say, yeah, this is just streaming and gaming. Just counteracted what I just said the opposite. It's just a streaming PC, not a streaming and gaming PC. So you shouldn't need much. You shouldn't need much for just streaming on its own. My old computer would have struggled to do video streaming. My new PC pre-upgrade with an i3 processor and 4GB of RAM had no problem, given that it was the only thing it was doing the video stream. It was sometimes struggling to hold 30 frames a second. I'll grant that, but it's only the odd stutter. It dropped down to maybe 28 frames a second for a couple of seconds, and then went back to 30. So it was fine. And that's possibly because I didn't have the settings right as well. Lonely Duck saying, I didn't know you could stream a game from another PC, to be honest. Well, what Roop's going to do is plug the PS4 into the PC. Probably using one of those cheap capture cards, maybe, the 10 quid capture cards. Or 15 quid, actually. Probably better off one of those. It's hiding in here somewhere. No, lost it. Oh, here we go. So these are about 15 quid. And they have a pass-through. So this is the development compared to the previous ones. So HDMI video capture with loop. You need to plug a mini USB in there for power, but it comes with one. And you need a USB. This is a bit unusual. You need a USB A to A cable. What I mean is, and this is not an optical illusion. So there's the. I was impressed that it came with all this. So there's your micro USB power lead. Comes with that. The unusual one is that you need a USB A to A lead. So again, this is not an optical illusion. Here's one end, here's the other end. They're both the same. That's weird because normally USB leads not like that. But even though it's an unusual lead, it comes with it for 15 quid. So there we go. Video capture with loop. HDMI input. Doesn't come with HDMI leads. You have to buy those yourself. And then the output goes to your monitor. So granted, you then need a monitor for the PC and a monitor for the PS4, but that's no problem. I guess if you're putting the PS4 out to the TV, then that's fine because you plug the PS4 into this, you plug this into the TV, you then see it live on your TV passing straight through this, as long as it's powered up. That's the only thing you have to... But if you then turn the computer off that this is connected to and you're using if you're using the micro USB for power in a USB hub or something, you turn it off, then suddenly you can't play your PS4 on your TV anymore. So you might need to work out how you're going to do that. It's a minor inconvenience. As long as this is still plugged in, it'll keep passing through, but without power, it doesn't pass through. You can always unplug it, I suppose, and plug it back in if you want to stream later, but yeah, 15 quid, eBay. Pretty cool. So that's a feature experiment. Borrowed my sister's Xbox. I'm going to try and... Xbox 360. Try and use this for capturing that. Oh, PS4, I understand now, says Lonely Deck. Yeah, it's okay. I just forgot that key piece of information. That would have been helpful. It's probably better just buying a 75 quid or so Dell Optiplex with 4 cores and 8 gig of RAM. Yeah, actually. And then you don't need to do all the worrying about the power supply that I was talking about. Just buy a box. Dells tend to be smaller as well than full-size ATX cases. Size was a thing as well, which is why I was recommending my shoebox sized case. I think we're down to about 2 rolls now. 2.2 rolls. I don't know. I'll not mix up these presents now, because that came from there. That could do for the big present. Big mysterious brown box. I think there's anything on there that gives away the price. No, we can go with that. Will this be enough to wrap it though? Or do we just give it as it is without wrapping? Stop being so stingy. Roop saying okay, gonna check tutorials later. Because Lightstream, I can finally have scenes. Ooh. That will be pretty cool. This won't get all the way around, but can I cheat? And by cheat I mean use that bit. No, I'll just wait. I'll do that again. Let's find a different one. Let's wrap this one, because even though it comes in its own polystyrene, It's now loose now, so I need to. Even that's quite awkward. Woo! No, gonna break things now. Let's put that there. I'm trying to lose my mouse down the back again. That will do it, just about. Be left with an odd. Yeah, sticking the bits of tape on the sides, not so inspired now, is it? Really? It's getting stuck to the wrapping paper. I haven't done yet. Lonely Jack saying, the thing is, with the new CPU I want to buy, is that it was £120 and widely available, but with inflation it's now £150. Oh, no. But I know the feeling. I mean, brand new, the processor I bought would have been unattainable. I managed to get it for £80 second hand, but I still have to be careful because, as you may have heard me say before, the one I got, fantastic condition, but I saw a similar one also on sale for £80 that had pins missing. I could see there were pins missing in the photo, and they were still selling it for the going rate. Couldn't get over it. I mean, I understand wanting to make your money back on it. You might not want to admit that it's got missing pins. Not that I don't empathise to a point, but in terms of sticking it in my computer, granted, there are some processors which don't use all the pins, so missing pins might not necessarily be that big a deal, but still, depends how they're missing as well. I mean, if they're missing and little bits are sort of still on there and poking out and touching other pins, yeah, that's a surefire recipe for disaster, that. Oh my gosh. Like this. Okay, this isn't going to win any wrapping awards. But it is done. There we go. Spare bits. Lonely Jack saying, nah, who needs pins at all? The Christmas music is supposedly not copyrighted. It's Harris Heller's Lo-Fi Christmas, a very lo-fi Christmas, which is available on Spotify and all sorts of stuff. If you scroll down on my About page, right at the bottom on the right hand side, I think, depends on the screen, there's a little box that says music provided by Stream Elements, and if you click on that, it'll check I'm not talking out my backside as I say that, but let's look at my own page myself. Pretty sure that you can click on it, or where it takes you when you click on it, mind. sending you there and not even... Right. So, yeah. Oh, it's on the left-hand side now on my screen. Royalty-free music by Stream Beats. And if you click on that, it takes you to streambeats.com. Or you can just look at it. You can look it up on Spotify. It is pretty cool. In theory, it's free, but I actually did get a copyright strike on one of my VODs. Not a strike. I didn't get a DMCA strike. It was misidentified. I did report it to Harris Heller, and one of his mods did pass it on, so I'm quite happy that everything that could have been done about it has been done. Because I was panicking a bit. I was like, guarantees that you will not get copyright strikes. I got copyrighted VOD, muted VOD. That wasn't from the Christmas music though. That was from another track I was using. But yeah, it's copyright. Is it copyright free? Again, Harris Heller will explain this. Has explained this in a couple of videos. It's not necessarily that it's copyright free. It's that Harris Heller owns the copyright, and he has given everyone permission to use it in perpetuity, for free on their streams. So it's not as such copyright free music. It is his music. Does that make sense? Can you play any? I'm playing it now. Can you not hear it? Oh, I see. I thought you meant, is this Chris... Sorry, I misunderstood you. I thought you meant, is this music in the background copyrighted? Rather than Christmas music in general. Yeah, it depends, is the answer, but then Christmas music, I think if it's older than whatever it is, 100 years old, then no. Jingle Bells, I presume, given that Jingle Bells is in one of Harris Heller's tracks, is fine. But I think, technically... Like things like Sleigh Ride, definitely, they've been written in the last 50-odd years. They're definitely still under copyright. So yes, yes, Christmas music will be copyrighted, even if the music itself isn't under copyright. The recording of it that you play might be. So that's something to be careful of. It's like, even if I found something by a 200-year-old composer, the music itself might be absolutely fine to play, but the recording of it, if it's been made, like, you know, if it's a recording from 10 years ago or 5 years ago, it's definitely still under copyright. So it's a weird one. It's a very weird one. So if I re-recorded it myself entirely, it would be fine. If the original composition was out of copyright. So me playing Christmas music on the violin. I'm just having a look now because I'm curious myself. 9 well-known Christmas songs that are in the public domain. Away in a Manger, Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells, Silent Night, Up on the Housetop, never heard of that one. Toyland, never heard of that one. The 12 Days of Christmas, well, we've all heard of that one. And We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So, okay, to answer your question, if you can find a royalty-free / copyright-free / stream-safe recording of any of those, then yes, you can play those on stream. Does that make sense? Because those... the actual remember, it's the songs themselves, not the recordings. The songs themselves are in the public domain. So you playing Away in a Manger on a xylophone or a keyboard or a trumpet or anything, that's fine. You could do that. You could make a recording of you playing it, and you could play it, and then you'd know that you owned the recording, so you'd be fine. If you use somebody else's recording, that's where it gets trickier then. So I missed a trick, really. I should have done stream-safe violin music. Damn. I mean, I wouldn't have earned any money off it if I was giving it away for free, but I could have done that as a kind of marketing thing. Could have done some arrangements of me playing the violin of those, of just Christmas songs, and said, here's some stream-safe music. Yeah. not too late. It's not Christmas yet. Weird question, but I was wondering, says Lonely Duck, how do Twitch find out if someone's using copyrighted music? No idea of the actual mechanics of it, but I guess it's similar to YouTube. It somehow scans the audio of the stream, and yeah, one of my Harasala tracks got picked up because bits of it sounded similar to this random Russian band that came up. But when I say bits of it sounded similar, to a human, it didn't sound similar at all. Compositionally, they were entirely different. There was just one section where it was a similar tempo and a similar instrument was being used, playing a different tune entirely. But I was just like, I bet you that's what's been picked up. It's the actual essence of this particular instrument. So it's assumed that it's a sample rather than just a voice on a keyboard. And I think it's jumped on it, assuming it's the same song. It's nothing like it. It's absolutely nothing like it. I mean, in a weird way, I took it as a compliment when I did a YouTube cover of a Muse song and it picked up the song. Even though I played it all on acoustic instruments, on my own instruments. But it actually picked up the song. I was amazed. And I did check before I put that cover up that it was a cover that YouTube would allow. And actually now I don't do it through that at all. That was early days. I just did that as a bit of an experiment. But I did check. I was careful to check first the YouTube audio library, see whether the labels allowed it, because I think that's right. Muse are under Warner Music Group, or at least those recordings of Muse are under Warner Music Group. And I found a page that said Warner Music Group give blanket permission for anybody to upload Warner Music Group artists' tracks as covers. So it was almost like they had too many people asking them. They just went, look, you can do it, okay? We're just telling you now, you can do it. It's fine. Stop asking us. So that was quite nice. Big labels aren't always renowned for being charitable like that. They're normally renowned for going the opposite way. So I checked before I did it, and I uploaded it, and then it actually picked up the track and said the monetization went to the artist. Fine. Wasn't doing it for money. And it was all above board, and it was all fine. Happy. Did a Clean Bandit cover. Also fine, but it hasn't been picked up yet. But what I've started doing now is going through a site called wearethehits.com. I say that, I haven't uploaded a cover in about 2 years. But there's a site called wearethehits.com. And what they do is you upload your video to We Are The Hits. They then upload that video to YouTube on your behalf. It gets logged that it's that track, but instead of all of the money going to the artist, they pay the royalties, and then you get a cut as well. Whereas when YouTube claims it, or when the artist claims it through YouTube monetization, all the money goes to the artist or the label. Whereas through We Are The Hits, you get a cut. I mean, it doesn't matter in my case. It's fractions of a fraction of a fraction of a pence at the moment, but the main point is it's legal and above board. Lonely Duck saying, is it Twitch or the artists themselves that copyright claim, or is there an agreement? No, the big argument at the moment is because there isn't an agreement. Twitch say they're sorting out agreements behind the scenes, and I'm sure they are trying, but there isn't anything anywhere near the level of agreements that YouTube have at the moment with artists and labels. And so the issue at the moment is that it's the labels that are doing the copyright claim, and instead of going through Twitch's processes for claims, they're just going straight to the DMCA, which is this is where my understanding's getting shaky of it all, so don't take this as legal advice or anything, but it'd be like, I don't know if we have an equivalent, but it's like copyright law. So they've basically gone straight to the top and said, right, we're issuing a legal claim. So everybody who gets a DMCA claim, it's not actually Twitch. People are blaming Twitch, but it's not Twitch. It's gone way above and beyond Twitch. It's and it may be automated, so they may be also scanning the audio from the streams, just literally recording the audio from streams and running it through a program or whatever. And it's identifying tracks, and or an actual human being is listening to someone's stream and going, well, that's copyrighted, and looking up the song and going, right, okay, we'll put a copyright claim in that. That's one of our artists, and it's like a legal thing. It's I think DMCA is American, but that doesn't mean it's not international as well. Pretty sure it's American copyright law, if I understand it correctly. Yeah, it's a United States copyright law that implements 2 1996 treaties of the World Intellectual Property Organization. So again, yeah, it is US law, but it's kind of international as well. Does DMCA apply in UK? There is no equivalent of the DMCA in the United Kingdom. The UK approach is mainly derived from something blah blah blah. But that's not to say you can't get a copyright takedown notice. And of course, the point is, there's something called geolocking because coming from the radio background. So sometimes I'm sure you'll have played a video on a website and it said, sorry, this video is not available in your country. That's geolocking. It also happens on radio, so you can choose whether you want your internet radio station to broadcast all around the world or only in certain countries. And the reason you'd want to do that is because you might say, well, I've got licensing to play that. There's one particular like umbrella company you can buy the licensing from, or you can. It's a bit more complicated. I'm simplifying it, but say you've got a blanket agreement to play music on your radio station in the UK, the USA, Europe, Australia. And that's it. Let's leave it there. It's something like that. So there's certain countries you can play it. There's certain countries that don't have copyright law. And then there's some in between. I dare say they don't have any copyright law, but I mean, they don't have copyright law that would actually affect anything, let's say. And then there's some in between countries where actually they do have copyright law, but there's no blanket agreement in place for you playing that music. And so you would geolock your radio station, in case I'm pronouncing that weird. Literally geo, the world, geography. Geolock your station to only the countries that you have the license agreement with. So the same happens with video websites as well, and that's why when you go onto them, it says that this video can't be played in your country. It's because they haven't signed up for a blanket agreement for something that's in that video or the copyright of the series or whatever. So this is the point. You could still get a DMCA even if you're broadcasting from the UK because the stream is being received in the USA. And people have watched the stream from the USA actually. So yeah. It's a giant rabbit hole, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, have I gone too far down it? Hopefully some of that made sense though, but that's what the issue is. People have basically... I can't, because I know better. Because I've done internet radio before, I can't in good conscience play copyrighted music because I know I'm doing something wrong. I sympathise with people who don't know they're doing anything wrong. But that's getting fewer and fewer people. That's becoming fewer and fewer people because unless you've been living in a cave, you now know that you can't do it. And so anybody who's playing copyrighted music now is, that's what I was saying to Roop as well. Roop's going the right way about it, but just do check that YouTube audio library and check which tracks are okay and which tracks aren't, and then that will give you a bit of a heads up as to which tracks you include or which tracks you include more of or less of, because some of them might be okay. If the record label has said this music can be used on stream, can be used on a YouTube video, they'll just claim the monetization of it. That's fine. But yeah, I know you said about wanting to avoid the geolocking. That's the point I was trying to make. So some of the labels have said, we're okay with you using this particular track on your YouTube video, but we'll take all the money, and you can only play it in the UK, or you can only play it in the US, or you can only play it. So they will geolock it themselves. Yeah. Complicated. I was going to start my own internet radio station at one point, and it's just like, yeah, but to do it legally, nightmare. Don't need to open that one yet, actually. I can use some of that. I don't want to wrap that first. I think I want to wrap that one first. Should that be spinning around in that freely like that? Yeah, it's just attached by wires on the bottom. Okay, fair enough. But that's something I could save as a birthday present after. I'll put that in there as undecided. So one member of the family has a birthday very close to close to Christmas, but after Christmas, so that might become a birthday present. Oh, also nice wrapping paper. Thank you. I didn't make it myself. Lonely Duck saying, I think there should be a threshold for playing copyrighted music, so if you earn less than a set amount on a video or stream, then it's permitted because the money which can be claimed is so small. Yeah. And I mean, if you watch one of Tom Scott's videos about this, then that's what he said. You know, copyright is not perfect, but YouTube have just dealt with it, and it's not perfect, and it sometimes goes wrong, but in most cases, you know, someone in their bedroom doing a guitar cover of a song won't get anything worse than a pop-up saying this video has been monetized. Rather than having to phone up lawyers and get agreements directly, because that's what he's saying. The problem is that normally the copyright system was designed around big legal departments of big music labels talking to each other and sorting out agreements. It was never designed to handle somebody in their bedroom uploading a video one day, because they're not a big company. They're one hopeful, normally teenage person just doing something just to get themselves out into the world, you know. He said the problem is that the proliferation of the internet, the fact that people can do things that were never even conceivable back when the copyright laws were come up with. Because then people are getting into trouble. As he said, that's what's good about the good side of the YouTube automatic copyrighted system is that, instead of a poor young individual suddenly getting hit with legal action and not knowing what the heck to do with it, they just get a copyright claim on YouTube and it's all sorted and it's fine and it's flagged up and it goes through and no issue. Whereas Twitch is about 5 years behind YouTube in that regard, so there are loads of streamers who've just played loads of copyrighted music over the years. As I say, I knew better, so I made sure I started when I was streaming. I didn't play any copyrighted music right from the off. Even my radio stream, there were a couple of accidents, but even my behind the scenes radio show stream, I made very clear, I had a banner across the bottom saying, if you want to hear the audio from the radio show, you have to tune in to the radio station, and this is like an extra bonus thing that you can watch alongside it. Like radio stations used to have webcams. I made it very, very clear. Like I said, the accidents were when I pressed the wrong button and I accidentally broadcast about a minute of a song on the video stream. and it was picked up straight away. Not on Twitch, not on YouTube, not on any of the other things, but Facebook. I got a notification, and it was just towards the end of the show, and I looked on my phone, and it said Facebook has muted your audio because it's detected this song by this artist, and I was just, no, but I'm not playing that. And I looked at my desk and I went, oh, yes I am. I turned it down very quickly. Nothing's happened. Because I think as far as Facebook are concerned, they dealt with it. They've identified what song it was and they muted it. The end. And I don't know if that video is even still up now. So, I hold my hands up. Yeah, that was my fault. But that shows you, again, that when people are saying these systems exist, people like Devin Nash on Twitch saying these systems exist, and people are going, yeah, no, I don't see that. Sorry, these systems already exist, and they were working months ago on Facebook. They identified the artist and title of the exact song I was playing within seconds of me playing it accidentally on my video stream. What I would hope is that, if there ever was, nothing's come of it, but if there was something that came of it, I'd say, look, this banner across the bottom of my video feed has been there all stream. It was an honest accident. It was a few seconds. The moment I saw the notification, I turned it off. You can see from all of the other radio shows I've done, there's no audio in them. It was never an intention to infringe copyright. I've not been blatantly playing music and then gone, ooh, oops, now I've been caught. No, there's been weeks of footage that's gone by in total silence, apart from the microphone feed. So I'd hope that if it ever went to, a situation where I had to defend my case, I would hope they just go, yeah, let's be honest. Honest mistake, we're all human. It was a few seconds of a song through a slightly distorted audio feed that was never meant to go out. It was a complete accident. I don't know, maybe even pay some royalties. It would take somebody very mean-spirited to have made an example of that. How many presents do you have to wrap, says Lonely Duck? Yeah, it would be nice if I said how many there were, but I don't know, I haven't counted them. There's some I'm deciding not to wrap. Maybe I should. Actually, 1, 2, 7-ish, 9. Probably about 20 or so left. But I don't know exactly. Is the honest answer. Right, so is that the one I want to use this paper for? Fairly standard box. So maybe I want to wait. Maybe I want to put this big box in here while I've got a big piece of paper to start with. And it being a different colour, oh no. Okay, I'm deciding against the whole pre-cut bits of tape thing. So I've just nuked a few of them. Right, this piece is perfect then for this big box. This piece is going to be used up in one go. For what is actually a joint present, so it's good that it's a different colour. It means I'll remember what it is. I can't believe it takes so much paper. For a simple box. Oh, it's not going to make it round either. Other way around. Ah. Yeah, that'll work, I think. Right, I'm going to have to use a couple of bits just to secure it. long enough to... Let's get it around the other side. Oh, right. So then put it... How am I going to do this? Right, that's going to want to go on the ends. This is the least efficient way possible. There we go. That's a lot, yeah. Well, there's quite a few people to get through. Oh no. Look. Do I leave it like that? Or do I put a strip underneath it? It's different colour. Oh no, wait, no. There's a strip of this spare. Has it gone? There's a strip of this paper spare. And I've... Oh. No. Oh, I'm getting there. It was this paper. Oops. Maybe I should use a bit of that tape just to put that camera to stay up there. Oh, for God's sake. Not even a main important part of what's going on here, but actually, technically, thinking about it, that, as it's now past midnight here in the UK, so we've now gone from Christmas Eve, it's now Merry Christmas Eve, not Merry Christmas Eve, look. Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. Lonely Jack saying, I recently got a 144Hz monitor and oh my, it's butterly smooth. Envious. Like I say, because I've spent so long, I mean, that's the thing, other people have said that when they've got these like 4K 144Hz monitors, they can never go back. But because I'm used to gaming at like 10 frames a second, 60 is like whoa to me. So I'm quite happy in that land of being oblivious to 144Hz right now. I'm happy for you. And I am a little bit envious, but I almost also never want to see a 144Hz monitor, at least not for the next few years, because I'm happy in my oblivious little bubble with a 60Hz monitor that looks like it's rocketing. Yeah, that sounds cool. There it is. And it's not the right size. But I could cheat. Right, if I know this is ridiculous, but if I cut this into 2 strips, right? 2 thin strips. What do I need? Need about that much. Right, so we need thin strip across there. Into there. And another thin strip to cover that gap. And then I don't really know what I'm going to do with the other leftover bit. It's kind of useless for anything else, but we'll put it to one side anyway, just in case. So that ends it there. What's even sillier is that the person I'm giving this to knows exactly what it is as well. So why am I trying so hard? Dear. Right. There we go. Look at that. 2 little extra strips for there. And that folds over perfectly, almost. I can just get it to stay long enough. Let's put one there. One there. I'm going to get another Who Wrapped These when they're opened. More tape than paper, honestly. Where's that? Lonely Jack saying it cost me 50 quid used. Blimey. Bargain. Absolute bargain. Well done. See. Is that Yanka or Janka? I should have stuck with Yanka. Let me know if I said it wrong. Welcome to the stream. It is exactly what it sounds like. It is me rapping with a W, not an R. Not an R at the start, anyway. I've definitely descended into madness if I start doing a rapping stream without the W. But yeah, I normally stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:30 PM GMT, UK time. This is just a little extra bonus stream because I'm not on tomorrow because it's Christmas Eve, so I'll probably be taking a few days off. I mean, I would be anyway after Thursday. It wouldn't be another normal stream until the following Tuesday, but I might do some bonus daytime streams. Normally do a mixture of things. Currently been on The Sims 4 for a few weeks. You can say how you want. Yeah, but no, it's polite to say it the right way, Yanka. I'm going to stick with Yanka then. unless it really grates on you and you tell me, no, that's wrong. That's completely wrong. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas to you and yours as well. Lonely Jack saying we just went up from 2 viewers to 5 and back to 2. I'm trying not to look at the viewer count. Lies. I've got the viewer count open. I'm trying not to let it sway me. Also, there were errors in the view count. That's not just me trying to ego speaking. Oh no, there are errors. It's wrong. No, it won't count people who are lurking. So I know there's a couple of people at the start of the stream who said they've opened up a tab and I'm on in the background. And Twitch have got systems, so if something like if you've got the stream on mute. Obviously they're not if they're listening to me in the background, but if you open a tab and then leave the stream on mute, it won't count as though there's someone watching, even though there might be someone watching. And if you don't interact with the tab, it won't count. So I've quite often had a chat message, like the viewer count's gone down, and I've thought, okay, it's late, it's fine, people are in bed, that's absolutely fine, you know, it happens. And then suddenly someone who I think had gone to bed will just message me out of nowhere. Oh, welcome, thank you for the follow. Somebody will just message me who I've assumed is gone, and I'm like, how are you messaging me? Or more to the point, when I've got one viewer, how are 3 people messaging me? And I'm looking and going, eh? So it will do that. It'll bob around. Like my follower count now, I'm trying not to let it affect me too much. Since other bigger streamers said that their follower count regularly goes up and down by 5. You know, I've quite often looked and I thought, what have I done wrong this stream? I've lost like 3 followers. But it's not that. It's bots keep following and then they keep unfollowing. I'm glad when they unfollow, but then they refollow again. So all that happens is it's a constant cycle of the bots refreshing. So yeah, it happens. Lonely Deck saying you have to mute the tab itself by right-clicking on the tab. Oh, I see. So it's not just if you have the video player on mute. Oh no, you're saying you leave the video player playing and then mute the tab, and then it won't count as, and then it'll still count as a view. Yeah, that makes sense. Did I count that last one? I don't remember if I did. So the consumer stream, yeah, I think I might have missed one here, but the official count's up to 9, and I've used up that extra bit of roll, so there we are. Yeah, thanks for everybody who's joined and stuck around. And as I say, if you're wondering what's going on, normally I'd be doing a game, but because this is an extra stream, I know Root earlier said bonus, so that means we're getting you tomorrow as well. No, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, taking the day off to put up Christmas decorations, because it's tradition for our family to only put them up on Christmas Eve, although we've bent the rules this year a little bit. Normally the Christmas decks only go up Christmas Eve, strictly only on Christmas Eve, but we have decorated the front window over the last few days, and other windows have, I think it's because of lockdown. There's something that's happening because of lockdown, and it's fine. It's nice. It's beautiful in many ways. People are doing more now than they would. We've got more decorations up than we've ever put up before, and it's still a fraction of what the rest of the street have got up, but still, it's more. It's like 300% more than we've ever put up in the past. I think every window's got something in it, and there's a Christmas tree outside. So, but we're not turning the lights on until Christmas Eve. We're sticking to the tradition in that sense. Mum's adamant that we don't put the lights on before Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve now, officially, here in the UK at least. Yeah, this is just an extra stream because I needed to do some wrapping anyway, and I thought, well, why not turn it into a bonus stream? But as a bonus, as in anything goes. We've actually had a really nice chat. It's been really nice company. So cheers, everybody. But yeah, this is not my normal stream. I do normally do bits. I'm doing Sims at the moment, as I say. I've been playing Hyperscape. In the past, I've been doing Throwback Thursday, which is, as it sounds, but really throwing it back to Game Boy games and Master System games. What else have I done? Tried out Euro Truck Simulator 2 with a steering wheel. Yeah, Lundy saying you have to mute the tab. Oh, I've read that. But yeah, if you mute the tab itself to lurk rather than muting the video, then it's because then Twitch can't detect if the Chrome tab is muted. They might be able to at some point, though. I'm sure there's a JavaScript code you could write to detect that. So, yeah. But for now it seems to work. I find it interesting the fact that we all have different traditions that are that evolved from generations. Yeah, there was a great program on the other night. Who was on it? Griff Rhys-Jones, researching Christmas traditions and talking about how Santa came about. And Santa is, as we know anyway, really we all know it, but they explained how much of an amalgam he was. And when you have the ghost, because it was about Dickens as well, talking about Charles Dickens, and the ghost of Christmas Past in A Christmas Carol has a green jacket and is like a jolly spirit, as you know, with but that was one of the elements that fed into Santa. So the Santa that would have been familiar to them wouldn't necessarily have been called Santa, and would have been had green on, not necessarily entirely child friendly, as in I don't mean adult, but it was more about having being in good cheer and having some alcohol and that sort of thing, and letting your hair down type of thing, rather than Father Christmas as a child friendly person who wouldn't be foisting alcohol. That'd be a very different Christmas grotto. More of a genial sort of figure, and it's a huge amalgam of several different traditions. Yeah, it is fascinating. Yes, Drunk Santa. Yeah, not quite Bad Santa. That's a different film, although I have watched that film. I'll never see Lorelei from Gilmore Girls in the same way ever again. Sorry, random reference if you're not familiar with Gilmore Girls, but and brilliant actress, the one who plays Lorelei in that. No reason why she should be typecast, but it was just a bit of a shock seeing her in Bad Santa. She didn't do anything that wrong or anything. It's just that she was a sexy character in and I'm not saying she wasn't ever at all sexy in Gilmore Girls, but she wasn't a sexy character, if that makes sense. She was a mum, she was a daughter, she was very much it's very much about the family relationship, and there were romances, but you never really saw anything behind the scenes, whereas Bad Santa was like polar opposite. It was like, whoa, I can't see Lorelei like this. Even though she wasn't doing anything particularly bad in and of itself. It's just right. Lonely Jack saying children waking up on Christmas to find bottles of Corona in the stockings. Yeah, quite. I'm not. That may have happened somewhere, somewhen in the world. I know a friend of mine, not talking about Christmas, but a friend of mine used to say that he had. They used to put a nip of Newcastle Brown in his baby milk. Different times. You definitely shouldn't do that. For me, it was that we had a leaky gas pipe that my family didn't actually know about. It's fixed now, don't worry, this was decades ago, but I slept very well in this particular corner of the house. We still don't know if that was the reason. Yeah. Right. What next then? Oh, that's a possible candidate for little random bits of paper. Can we fashion something out of this? We might get away with two bits together. Because it's a random shaped thing. Yeah, we can do that. Use that later. Let's make a sort of Christmas cracker shape out of that then. Maybe a bit of tape there. A bit there. Bit across the bottom. It's turning into a more tape than paper one again. A bit of an envelope wrap at the top. Right, why is a bit at the top? There we go. Look at that, recycling for the win. Two independent, straggly bits of wrapping paper turned into a oddly shaped tube. That works. Thank goodness for sellotape, eh? Get one strip to go there. Right. There. Need a couple more bits. Lonely Jack saying, what time are you finishing stream? Well, I was planning on making more progress at the wrapping, I'll be honest. No, I'm just going slow because I'm procrastinating. So I guess... Damn. It's just coming stuck. And it's missing the back now. Literally need a tiny piece just to cover up the gap. So yeah, the idea was I was going to stream till I finished wrapping, but I might have to revise that. I might stop when I fail to be able to talk words. I'll fail to be able to keep my eyes open. Whichever happens first, I'll let you know. Trying to fall asleep on stream. I've got plenty of energy right now. Might have another BRB to get a cuppa, but for now we're good. There's a proof of concept. This seems to be okay. I think I'm just, now that I've got mechanisms in place for literally transitioning between scenes, transitioning between things. I feel like I'm more at ease with streaming now than I was, because before it was like I can't leave. I cannot leave this stream. So I was only doing, as I say, 2-hour streams because I didn't have anything in place to move between stages. But now I've got like a Be Right Back screen with video clips, and I've got that nerd Violet to thank for. That's her name on Twitch. I'm not being derogatory. Oh, I've got that nerd Violet to thank. No, that's actually a username. For giving me the inspiration for putting the video clips on the Be Right Back screen, and I might put it on the Starting Soon screen as well. Lonely Jack saying, I'm going to head off. To be fair, you said you had to head off ages ago, so thank you for your company. You've actually stayed a lot longer than you thought you were going to be able to, so cheers. I'm going to head off soon because it's getting late. Yeah, I mean, I might just... It depends. I might just wind it down when it feels like, if it gets to a point where I'm just not talking because I'm tired or bored or whatever. When I say bored, I mean just like because I've been wrapping presents for ages and I'm just kind of like going, you know, oh my gosh, it's a 120 flip. I didn't realise it was that late actually, to be honest. I shouldn't have looked at the time. I knew it was past midnight. What happened to the... Did clocks go forward again? Seriously? You saw me change the calendar. I changed the calendar live on stream at midnight. What happened to the past hour and 27 minutes? I swear, I genuinely swear I changed those 10 minutes ago. That's disturbing. That is disturbing. Lonely Tech saying, I said I can't stay long. 1 hour later, yeah. I genuinely don't No, I'm genuinely like, I don't know what happened to the last hour. Especially as the present count has gone up so slowly. Right. Where did the last hour go? Okay. What? That's so true. Yeah. I'm still thinking, no, something's wrong. My computer clock's updated incorrectly. No, my phone says 128 as well. Flip. Well, let's check that the music's not too loud coming out of the speakers then. Talk a bit quieter. Yeah, well, part of the proof of concept is how long can I stream, I guess. I you know, you shouldn't just do 8-hour streams for the sake of it. I'm not going to stay on for 8 hours, but I've been going for how long? It says here somewhere. 3 hours? Not bad. 2 hours is the most frequent length of stream, I'd say. 3 hours is probably average. Well, thank goodness it wasn't just me, Lonely Duck. Thank you, because I don't understand it myself. I'm gonna have to watch back the stream, I think, just to convince myself it really was that long. Did I actually fall asleep on stream? Did we both fall asleep at the same time on stream and not notice, and then just sort of wake up and carry on where we left off? Because it feels like I've fallen into time warp. Lonely's like saying, "I swear you changed it 20 minutes ago." Yeah, I swear I changed it 20 minutes ago as well. I don't know. I don't know what. Oh dear, right, what else have we got? Random knickknacks I'm trying to leave till last, but that doesn't seem to be working very well. This is an awkward one to wrap. Awkward one to fold as well. So yeah, I know I've said thank you for keeping me company, but I don't want anybody to feel obliged. You don't. There are other people in the house, luckily, so it's not like I'm going to be completely alone if people leave because it's late. So don't don't feel guilty if you have to go. Honestly. Yeah, Lonely Jack saying, "Oh, Twitch just put us asleep." Yeah, must have. Because I don't understand what happened then. Genuinely don't. Because I don't remember stopping either. It's not like I just kind of went into a daze, which sometimes happened, like fell asleep, but with my eyes open. And yet I don't feel like I talked for 40 minutes. Longer than that. If we think it was 20 minutes ago, then in terms of perceived time, there is actually 70 minutes unaccounted for. Well, when did we notice? A few minutes. Okay, there is literally an hour unaccounted for that I don't remember stopping talking yet. I don't remember having experienced. So what's that about? Seriously, that's scary. Psychology, isn't it? Lovely text saying, "I feel guilty for leaving. I'm the only one chatting." Oh, but that, to be fair, I'm quite chuffed that I've managed to talk as long as I have, because I thought it would be like 2 minutes of me saying, "Well, we're going to do some rapping," and then I thought I was going to be silent. So again, proof of concept for me. Radio training helps, I guess, but yeah, I've managed to keep things going whilst also doing the rapping. So that's cool. That proves the concept for future streams. Not necessarily Christmas rapping, no, but it proves the concept that I can do just chatting streams where I'm also getting on with stuff. You know, maybe not when I'm doing assignments. I think that's a bit too much. But if there's things I need to be getting on with that mean I can't stream, it doesn't necessarily stop me streaming. I just don't do a game stream. I do a just chatting stream. So that's cool. But yeah, I don't feel guilty. I think what I'll do then, yeah, is the end of the stream will be if no one else comes on to chat and I'm getting tired, which stay there. And if I start getting ratty with with the stream tech, yeah, that might be a sign. Yeah, if things wind down and no one's chatting and nothing's going on, then that'll probably be when I call it a night. But we'll go for a little bit. Who do I raid after something like this? Let's find someone else who's wrapping Christmas. I would laugh so much if there are other people who are wrapping presents live on stream and I could find people to raid. I'm going to do that now. Actually, stick with me for a couple of minutes. Let's just I just want to have a wander around Twitch. Just before you go, I'm going to have to... Don't close OBS. I'm going to have to go to sleep as it's 1:30, have a good rest of stream, and of course have a good Christmas, and I'll see you in the next stream. Yeah, no, Merry Christmas to you as well. Happy Christmas Eve. Hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Technically tomorrow, given that it's... Okay. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas day. That covers me, because technically, even though I know it's past midnight, tomorrow is after you've gone to bed and woken up again. No, but I was just gonna have a quick wander around. I just genuinely want to see if this is even a thing. If anyone else is on Twitch doing Christmas wrapping. I would laugh so much if I find one person, one other person who's doing. Can I search? Can I search? They're doing Phasmophobia, right? Can I? Yeah, don't play a stream while I'm streaming. That'll hammer my stream. Not on fast internet here. Wrapping presents. I don't know if you can search by stream time. Oh my gosh! Yes, there is! They're not only is there one person doing it, there are like... there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh no, they're playing... They're Call of Duty. Oh, right, so that's quite good, though. They've put wrapping presents, don't be lonely, come hang out. So they've said, watch my stream while you're wrapping. They're not actually wrapping live on stream. ASMR wrapping presents, yeah. Experimental. Relaxing. Lo-fi. That's probably closest to what I'm doing right now. Minus the ASMR. I'm not explicitly trying to do ASMR. I'm just talking a bit quieter because it's late. I can't believe that. That's amused me. That's amused me highly. I literally thought I must be the only person on Twitch doing this, but it's a big world. So we'll pick one of these lucky people to raid if they're still on when I finish. Oh gosh, this is bonkers. I told you before, Twitch is weird. It's brilliantly weird, but it's weird. Didn't I tell you about the stream I was watching the other day where they were doing it? You know, it was a good, enjoyable, just chatting stream. I enjoyed listening to them. But they were basically folding their washing. And some of their washing consisted of flags, so they were putting their flags on the washing stand. You know, one of those like the X-shaped stands with the, you know, the rails on it type of thing. And it was a good chat, but I was like, yeah, but what am I watching? At the same time, but it also goes to show you can do anything. You can do anything you like on Twitch. You really can. And not only can you do anything you like, but as I've just proved, someone else, I'm not playing Escape as I found out. There were a few people doing Escape actually, but I'm going to tape this camera on if it keeps doing this. sake. Oh. Can't even see it on the stream right now. So. There we go. Alright, I'm going to head off. Have a good one again. Yeah, no problem, Lonely Jack. Thanks for your company and have a good Christmas. Cheers for joining me. And let's go back to there. Yeah, I'll probably stick it out for a few more minutes then. And then just raid somebody and tell them how I can't believe I'm not the only one doing this. Other people have had the same thought. I'd say great minds think alike, but I'm not saying it's my greatest thought. But it's been fun. It's been a nice chat. Oh. Oh, my softbox fell off. To lose my mouse down the back again. And that should be enough, right. So we're going to cut it there. The paper, not the stream. And there we go. I'm nearly up to 11. Oh, and see, there we are. We were talking about this earlier, weren't we? So Jingle Bells is in this song. Is in this track, I should say. Obviously Jingle Bells is in the song, it's Jingle Bells, but... Right. That will do that. Possibly have made do with a little bit less paper, so we've got some left over here for something else. Ah, couldn't through the tag. So we've got a bit left over for trinkets and stuff. Okay, so there's the point I was talking about. The point where I said I'll probably wind down if I find myself stopping talking. And that's... I'm sort of heading into that territory now. Where I'm sort of starting to get too tired to talk to myself. So still can't believe there are other people doing this though. It's mad. And I'm enjoying learning on Twitch, whether that's learning technical stuff or learning what's possible. Learning that there are other people as bonkers as me, trying out ideas that don't sound, they kind of sound like non-ideas, but they actually aren't so bad. And it's once a year as well, so I mean, don't do it, if you don't try it now, you're gonna have to wait a whole year to try it again, aren't you? So but also I think not all of this wrapping is going to be done tonight. Some of it's going to be done tomorrow. And it might be sensible to leave some of it to tomorrow. But at least on the plus side, doing it all now, or doing some of it now, means there's not so much left for tomorrow. Or do I do another unannounced stream tomorrow? Yeah, that's the advantage, seeing as I need to be on my own giraffes, so that everybody else doesn't see them. It's a unique opportunity. It's not a unique opportunity necessarily, but it's the perfect excuse to sit in here on my own. I was going to say, so maybe we should do a part 2 tomorrow. Keep the present counter going. Right, there's another one. Just being silly. I don't know if there's any science to this. Can't even remember if I counted all the presents. So. That was delicate. Why am I putting that at the bottom? Also, we haven't got all the presents here yet. There's some presents still to go in. Can we get away with the... Oh, we might get away with that bit. We might not, actually. Close though. Annoyingly close. Oh, that bit might do it. Let me just scrub out the price on this again. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm scrubbing out the price of the pen. Annoying because it's almost perfect but not quite. It's always annoying when there's a little bit of paper, wrapping paper left over that's, yeah, it's just almost, if I could squish it in a bit, that might just go, might be worth taping it down just, it's like a little envelope that I can squish this down into. So I think that'll go at a push. If it's gonna go, it's gonna be tight. Will it go? Oh, just. I've been ready with the tape then. Might have to fold the outside back in as well, I think. Can you see the squeaks on my desk? Yeah, I might have to fold in a little bit more. Should we close the end off first? Let's fold that in itself first. That way. Otherwise that bit's kind of bursting open as I try and close the top. There we go. Sort of. something that is squishable, by the way. So I think we'll just about get away with that. Don't get this on Blue Peter, do you? If you wonder what I'm glad to snap at, I'm just having a quick look at chat as well. Chat's on that screen over there and my stream preview. So always have a look at the indicator because I've got the fastest internet in the world and sometimes it just stops for no apparent reason. So that's not the internet's fault, it's just the stream just stops out of nowhere. Just wondering what some of these other people are up to. Can I get away with playing a stream at the same time? Not really. Never done a sort of meta stream like that before. Maybe I can. I don't know. Let's look. I'd have to put that on. Let's see if we can play it at low resolution. See who we're gonna raid. So someone there is wrapping presents with Santa's little helper.
I'm trying to like stay cleaned up as I go, or else I'll literally be upset. Okay. Moving on.
46 people watching. So I'm starting to feel like I'm winding down now, but possibly. Let's see who else is 18 plus stream. Okay, bring your own music. What are they up to?
Not last year, but 2 years ago, I think I handmade something, which was sweet. I think I could do the joy one. I know it's feminine, but I think I can do it for my grandpa.
They're actually showing the presents they're wrapping.
Just because.
Let's hope none of the family are watching this
I
one.
think it would be nice. Yep. Yeah, I was pretty drunk that night, and I was like, so it was like, hold your cheeks and tell a story. And I actually did. I was like.
Originally streaming Variety, but fallen in love with League. League of Legends,
non-US.
see that quite a bit. Thorny Flower, who I follow.
Guys, did you see that bitch that showed her asshole on Twitch?
Ooh.
She's only banned for 3 days? What's that about?
Ooh. 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 Well. Somebody's doing Apex. Somebody's doing just chatting. JC Bookworm. Doing like a live stream review here at the moment. Well, that's literally like you can just see their desk and stuff. Could be cool, but I can't really see much going on. Well, right. They're having camera, moving the camera around. I don't know. I haven't decided who to go into yet. But yeah, the other person, whilst they might have been raising a valid point, they were sort of... I don't know what that was about. That was wandering into some territory there. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Twinkle Cave. We didn't look at theirs, did we? What are they up to?
Inky run. She didn't run. She's still sitting right here. She's just sitting
Wow,
here.
that's Big Mouse Matt.
Hi, Inky. She's like, love me. Alright. This one's gonna be a little bit more intricate. Oh, and I have this.
Is it now?
There we go. That's nice. Alright, so this one's a little bit more intricate. I think the cat wants to punch you. No, she loves me.
I think we're going here.
Ow!
So I got a feeling
on.
about this one. Really, what I've shown you here, because I'm not playing a
Yeah,
game
just
and I
leave
can
that one.
multitask a bit better, is
Anyways,
some
this one's cute too.
showing you my behind-the-scenes thoughts sort of thing. This is gonna hammer the stream. I'm trying to stream somebody else's
I don't
stream
know where
while
to put it. We'll
doing
put it on
mine.
the floor. Alright, so now we need to create this box.
Right.
We need to do something with this box. So I am going to attempt to make this box look beautiful. It's either gonna turn out one of three things. It's gonna turn out amazing, okay? Or it's gonna look like weird, but you know, it's like fine. Or it's gonna look like absolute garbage. So let's get
Yeah,
started.
have you seen mine?
First things
Have you
first,
seen
I'm
what
gonna
mine
make
look
the
like?
inside, because I'm not gonna do the dipping paint.
Some of them look awesome. Some of them look like I
with
don't know
the
what. So yeah, I think we're gonna go
That
here.
would be a little too difficult. So
We'll make it 2 o'clock then.
the inside, I might do the lid still with the dipping paint, but I'm not gonna do the inside. I'm gonna make the inside this light blue. The colors that I did get, I got this light blue color and then this metallic red. I thought the metallic red is really cool. Feel like shitty marijuana. Well, if my mom gets it, that's probably what she'll do, honestly.
Wow.
Which is fine, by all means. I'm making the box. If you receive the box, do whatever you want with it. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Live stream review. I don't know. I'm undecided. What do we think, chat? Different perspectives around the world. Different laws and stuff. Is that coming down? Right, need a bit more tape on that one. So got a choice of 3 there. Well, 4. Okay, who else have we got? Let's refresh. Kawaii XK. Let's have a look. All these people seem to be pretty cool people. It's just that I'm trying to get a feel for
It was
the.
like raise you up or like you raise me up.
Trying to get a feel for the stream, and one minute I'm going, yes, this
I feel like
definitely,
everyone's saying that though.
and another minute I'm kind of going,
At least where I
don't
was.
know.
You graduated a year early? Nice.
So not much rapping going on right now.
You had one for every school? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't have one for middle school. I feel like everyone did. But my school didn't. Must have been a Florida thing. I don't know. Or at least we're at my school. That's that high school song? Oh, really? Yeah, that was 5th grade for me. Hi, Flexen. Thank you. How are you?
So
Got spelled
school
twice? Oh my
talk,
God.
Christmas school talk, wrapping presents and chatting. Zingo. Gosh, I don't know. I gotta decide who to raid. I'm gonna raid at 2 a.m. Got a minute to go. Too much choice. They're on their intermission screen.
I'm walking back from the gas station and this dude comes fucking
Whoa. And I seem to be picking people who are saying language I wouldn't say on my stream. This is a disaster. Thank goodness it's a bonus stream, eh? Wonder if I just pull this VOD. Right, ironically the 18 plus stream probably won't be. Kianuki. This is why I normally monitor the audio through my headphones.
Honestly, that's something I do often now. I always grab it and I'm like, crap.
Ooh, they got music on. I don't know. Why did I go off that? Oh, because they were talking about some streaming issue that I didn't know what they were talking about, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go there because I didn't know what it was about. Don't know. Any votes? Any preferences? Where we're going after this stream? Just refresh, see if. I wanted to go in this direction. Right, well, if I don't get any preferences, I'm gonna go for Twinkle Cave because theirs looks cool, and they're in the kitchen, and I think I'm gonna leave some of the wrap until tomorrow. I'll be honest. I can feel myself starting to flag. What do they not allow raids? Did I not spell their name right? Oh. Have they finished? Not quite sure what's going on now. Have we raided? No, go on to my stream. I'm still on. Maybe they've gone off. Maybe they don't allow raids. Let's try that again. Oh. Don't know why that didn't go through, but okay. So, yeah, cheers for sticking with me. I'm starting to flag. We'll pick this up tomorrow. I've done some of the wrapping. I might carry on streaming tomorrow, even though I said I wasn't going to stream Christmas Eve. I said I wasn't going to stream at 9:30 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Might carry on this hilarity. It was a great chat. Just think everybody's gone to bed and myself included. I need to go to bed. Where did we get to on the present count? We did 11 actually. I'm sure I missed one. I'm sure that was the 12th one, but I can't remember. I'll have to recount them tomorrow. Yeah. Catch you and on. Watch the Twitter. I'll announce if I'm doing an unannounced stream. That doesn't work. Wouldn't be unannounced. I'll announce if I'm doing a bonus unplanned stream. If not, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Catch you all soon.